Okay. Everybody cool? Are we good to go here? I feel like Dustin Hoffman in Marathon Man. Is it safe? Are we safe? Is it safe to go? I think we're good to go. And I want to start the show right out of the gate today and say, hey, now, y'all, I see everybody lined up. Great to see everybody today. Thank you for bearing with us and showing up again today. And honestly, I want to apologize. I want to apologize to the PNP Familia, the PNP Army. I want to apologize to the state of California. I want to apologize to God. Am I forgetting anybody, Tony? I want to apologize to Joe Montana, Bruce Springsteen, people I care about, Tony. I don't know. Dom.
I want to apologize to John Travolta because we didn't get to celebrate his birthday yesterday. So that's what I'm apologizing to.
We'll do that today with gusto. And Tony, if you could join me in the weird science apology moment, we're sorry. We're sorry. You got to throw the backhands. We're sorry. But anyway, it was out of, listen, all I'll say about last night is we tried our damnedest to get this thing on the tracks, but we had tech issues. Tony, I blame it on the storm system blowing through. I don't know what was behind it, but we just couldn't.
Blame it on the rain.
Yeah, totally.
But all in. Hang on, Paulie. I'm going to slap both of us real quick. There we go.
Beautiful. Give me another one. I need another one. Can I get one more? Give me three just to make sure. That's what I'm talking about, dude. A flurry of slaps. Tony slaps to my bottom, slaps to my face, slap me all over the place. And by the way, speaking of the human body, I have a few comments I want to make.
You have a few comments about the human body.
I do. Stand by. I actually have something I want to report about the human body, which we all have. First of all, pre-show post of the game, there were two. Rags, that's for you. There were two. One goes to Patty, who was talking about, I guess she was talking about the Olympic hockey game going on right now. And the Olympic women are losing right now. The USA women are losing to Canada 1-0. They're about 5 minutes into the third. Canada's not messing around today. This is a dogfight. This is a dogfight. So 14 minutes, 50 seconds left in the third. We'll keep you updated throughout. But Patty said, I think she was talking about the USA Olympic hockey team. And she goes, you know what this is? This is broads on blades. Okay. Broads on blades. That made me laugh, Patty. That was a funny little phrase you coughed up right there. And then to the human body, our main man, John Joseph, is up here posting about, are you ready? Are you ready? You're not, but here it comes. I'm just reading from the book of John Joseph. He was talking about ice cold wine enemas. Oh. You got that? Ice cold wine. I've never heard of such a thing. I'm not making that up. That was from the lips of John Joseph himself. So, Tony, broads on blades and ice cold wine enemas, just for your consideration as we get the show going today, man.
By the way, happy birthday to Tony Iommi as we talk about birthdays as well. So happy birthday to Tony Iommi today. Yesterday was
Tony. Do you know?
I don't know. I didn't bother looking it up because I don't want to know. He's immortal in my mind. So it's like, I don't want to know. Don't want to know.
Dude, he is a strong SOB, man. He had cancer like 10 years ago. Yep. When Sabbath was doing that last tour, he was actually fighting cancer during that tour. You can't stop him. You chop his fingertips off, he's going to keep coming at you, bro. You can't stop Tony Iommi. Happy birthday.
Dude, happy birthday, Tony. Thank you for some of the greatest licks of all time, dude. I was listening to Sabotage this morning. Paulie, thank you for the record over Christmas. Listening to Sabotage this morning. Symptom of the Universe just is one of the greatest Sabbath tunes they've ever made. Top 3 for me, just best symptom. This incredible song. So, anyways, thank you, Iommi, for the licks, dude. I freaking love Black Sabbath, Paulie. I was trying to play Broads of PMP to set the vibe.
Yeah, right? Use that. Yeah.
And I'm gonna start it again. Here we go.
Go ahead.
Just to get the vibe, throw some particles out there for the Broads of USA who are battling. By the way, the self-proclaimed Broads of PMP.
Gentlemen, put your hands together for the Broads of PMP. Giants and Niners and pop culture takes. They bring the best every day. The Broads of PMP.
There we go, dude. The Broads of PMP. Come on, girls. Come on, ladies. Let's go. Let's tie this thing up. Well, OT if we have to, because OT was the theme yesterday with men's hockey. Yeah. Get it to OT with women's hockey today, and then win in an OT if you have to, Paulie. But this is good stuff. I love it.
It is. I have a very close eye on this game. And I know some of you are actually watching as you're watching PMP or listening. So I'll keep you guys posted on what's happening. But I can tell you this today: Canada came out with a completely different kind of attitude today. They are skating with a ferocity, and their defense in front of their net. The problem I saw in the first two, because I watched the first two periods, the USA women are having a hard time getting clean shots on goal because Canada's putting like 2 or 3 defenders in front of the net, just clogging up that whole area. So far, their defense in front of the net has been a problem. And I think it looks like the U.S. girls are faster, like we have a little bit more speed, but we're having a hard time getting clean looks at the net. So it's getting tense, dude. It's getting tense out there. But 14 minutes will actually make that 13 and change left in the third period. Still one.
New attitude. You said new attitude. It made me think of the song "I'm Feeling Hot from My Head to My Shoes." I got a new attitude, right? I forget who sings it. I'm feeling hot from my head to my shoes. I got a new attitude.
I'll give you another attitude. Let me give you my preferred attitude song, and get the censor beep ready, because I think I'm going to drop an F-bomb here. You ready? Is that okay with you? Can we edit that out later?
I'm going to try something here. I'm going to try something live here. Hang on. Okay. This is going to be something live. Did I get rid of this thing? I did. Shoot, there was a beep that we used to have on the soundboard, but it's okay. Go for it. Well, by the way, Patti LaBelle sings "I'm Feeling Good from My Head to My Shoes." Go, Paulie.
Okay, well, let me give you my preferred attitude song. It comes from the boys straight out of Lodi, New Jersey. Of course, I'm talking about the Misfits. They have a song called Attitude, and the lyrics go like this: attitude, you got some fucking attitude. I can't believe what you said to me. You got some attitude. So there you go. Attitude by the Misfits. Beep out the F-bomb, and we'll all be fine in the long run, Tony. There you go.
Let's go, Paulie. Hey, I'm taking over the show for a second, okay?
Oh, I love when you do that. Get aggressive. Be abusive, dude. Walk all over me. That's what I need.
Go.
Give me a kick to the ribs.
Sorry,
I respond well to that. Yes.
We're going to do a top 3 today. We got some bookmarks to show. We're going to talk hockey. We've been talking hockey. We got some birthdays to talk about. I want to talk about the NFL just giving double guns to the Niners and saying, hey,
what do we do to upset Goodell so much? Why are you punishing the Niners? Yeah.
Birthday boy Roger Goodell, 67 years old today. Roger Goodell.
Not a fan. Not a fan. Yeah.
What's his bonus this year going to be? Like 70 mil? Like
Probably. And by the way, those are bonuses he issues to himself. He basically writes himself a check for like 20 mil. I did a great job this year. Let me bonus myself. And by the way, I want to tell you this too, just so it's on record. I'm not a fan of his like desire and insistence on making the NFL a global game. Let them start their own freaking leagues, dude. Start your own league in Europe. Start your own league in Australia. It's not good for the athletes to be traveling around the world to play a regular season football game. So I'm not a fan of this on any level. I know there's a lot of money to be made there, and that's the name of the game. The NFL is this big, dopey juggernaut.
There's not enough money? Come on, multi-billion-dollar industry. There's enough money already.
I'm with you. Yeah.
Holly, again, do we need to talk about our amazing chat with Christoph from NFL Europe, the German lad who was covering the NFL from Germany, who sat down with us at Radio Row? We gave love to Jim Tom Sula's Rhine Fire NFL Europe Championship. That's enough. That's enough. We don't need the Australia trips. We don't need, Mexico City, I can see a little bit because it's close and it's not that, but like, dude, what they're making the Niners do going to Australia is a freaking joke, dude. We can talk about it that later on in the show. Like, we just dabbled in that right now, Paulie, but I wanted to give some love to Dan Cochimilio right out of the gates and secure money, if you will, because
I definitely will.
We have business to tend to, Paulie. If you don't mind, stand by.
Oh yeah, it's business time.
There we go.
Whoa, dude. You're giving me like what they call blue balls on the street. Let's go all the way with this, dude. Let's pay off the chorus. Give it to me.
Let's go all the way. Do you remember that song in the 80s?
I do.
Let's go all the way.
It's business time. I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say it's time for business. It's business time. Ooh.
By the way, Paulie, dude, let's go all the way. I had to look it up. I didn't know. Sly Fox was the artist who did Let's Go All the Way.
We're doing an unintentional kind of volleying of great songs today. Let me give you mine now. Let me give you my preferred All the Way. It's by, I've gotten into this band recently. Great songwriters. Eric Carmen. Noemi, you and I were rapping Eric Carmen a few months ago. His band, The Raspberries. They have a great song called go all the way. I guarantee you've heard it, Tony. You wouldn't know it was the raspberries, but anyway, shout out the raspberries, go all the way. And also shout out to Matt Stenson, who's going back to the attitude thing. He's going, Paulie Mac, don't forget about the Bad Brains. They have a track called Attitude too. Hey, Matt Stenson, you got that PMA. You got that attitude. I'm with you, brother. I'm freaking with you. Okay. You know who else has got that attitude? Dan Coach Emilio and SecureMoney.com. He's got that attitude. He's got that PMA. And PMA, Tony, stands for?
Positive mental attitude.
Yes, dude. Yes, dude. That's correct. The PMA is positive mental attitude, 100%. Okay, Dan, I'm telling you right now, Dan Coach Emilio's got that PMA. He's got that attitude. He is 30 years deep in the biz, dedicated to providing his clients with honest service and results, all of which you deserve as a hardworking adult in the modern world. So, he can help you protect your money. He can help your money grow. The kind of services he's offering the PMP community are very, very valuable, literally. So the focus of Dan's work at Secure Money, think about these two words: safety and protection. That's what it's all about. It's about safety and protection, meaning Dan is committed, and he also offers the expertise to help you never lose money. The money that you have, he will protect that like a guard dog. He will also assist you with financial growth and opportunity. And listen, we've talked about this a lot this year, Tony, especially since Dan has come on board, that as we get into our adult, lives, which I still don't even feel like I am, even though I'm in my 50s, I still kind of feel like I'm like 19 years old on a lot of levels. But you have to get mature with your money, and you have to be smart with your money. And that's why Dan Coach Emilio can really help you out. He's going to work with you so you maximize your income and pay, and also all the while helping you pay fewer taxes. Dude, it's all about the loopholes. It's all about stuff you can write off. And people like you and me, we have no idea what that stuff is. You got to talk to Dan and be like, Dan, help me protect my money. Help me pay fewer taxes. He can definitely do that. And then, Tony, of course, the important stuff, that comes with adulthood, like I was saying, retirement planning, life insurance, IRA planning, estate planning. Maybe it's a 401k rollover. He does all that stuff. So talk to Dan Coach Emilio about where you are in your economic life and what you're trying to achieve and the money that you're trying to keep safe and protect, and give him a shout. 1-888-960-SAFE, SAFE, 1-888-960-SAFE. You can also email Dan anytime. Super cool guy. He was hanging out with Low Stee and Gravy at Scottsdale a couple days ago. And you can email Dan. It's Dan@SecureMoney.com. By the way, Tony, real quick side note with it, or if Ralph Barbieri would say, although, Tony, parenthetically about Dan Coach Emilio, I want to say that my buddy Eugene from New Jersey is in Arizona on business right now, and I'm bringing two worlds. It's like George Costanza. Worlds are colliding, Jerry. Worlds are colliding. So Los D is taking my buddy Christian Amaru out for a happy hour tonight in Scottsdale. So I'm putting Eugene in Los D's hands, and I'm not sure if Dan is going to be a part of that, but I could easily see that happening. So just so you know, the PMP Familia is growing as we speak, Tony.
I love the posse getting together in AZ. I love it. Carlos De La Fuente, Mark Gravy Graves, Dan Coach Emilio, and now Christian, a.k.a. Eugene. And by the way, I was speaking of Dan, Coach Emilio, as we wrap up here and Secure Money. Queue up, because I'm the tax man.
Yeah, I'm the tax man. Yeah.
Dude, it's tax time knocking on the door. And dude, some of the things that Dan can do for you, he can reduce your taxes by $10,000 to $40,000 annually. Okay, so if that's something that interests you, I recommend you get in touch with Dan Coach Emilio. And
Tony, let me be assertive and aggressive for a second. Let me blow you back off your chair real quick. We've got a super we should get involved right now. It's our dear friend Corinne, and it's relevant to the Dan Coach Emilio Secure Money spot. So let's bring Corinne in here. I'll read this one for you. Corinne's Sartorio. She is one of our favorite people. She's one of the kindest women I've ever met. She's kind of a neighbor of mine, too. And by the way, Tony, have you ever met anybody that's not cool who lives in Fairfax? You know what I mean?
No, dude, Fairfax rules. Seriously, if I could do it all over again, I would strongly consider moving to Fairfax right out of college. I would have moved to Fairfax, maybe.
Oh, that would have been the time too. You probably could have gotten a cheap place up there at that point. But anyway. Right. You got Corinne, you got freaking Barry Sless over there, you got Michael Altman. They're all like the coolest people I've ever met. Anyway, Corinne says, thank you for all these excellent sponsors. I met Dan yesterday. He's helping me update my trust and will and DPOCH, and I look forward to working with him. Corinne, that's great. I'm very happy to hear that you're in very good hands with Dan, and that's the point. I love when we can help our audience out with these great services that our sponsors are providing. So, Tony, go ahead. You can finish up the Dan spot. I'm sorry, I bum rushed.
All I'm going to say, no, I was bringing up the tax angle from Dan and how he can help you save money during tax time. But also, Corinne, if and when you meet Dan in person, I highly recommend you give him one of those pre-made Manhattans in Tupperware that you gave me. Okay, so that's what I recommend. So that's all I'm going to say about that. But Dan, thank you for being a partner, brother. Thank you for all that you do for others, and that you chose a career path where you're helping other people with very, very important stuff in their lives as they grow older. So as I'm growing older, as Paulie's growing older, I don't know, it's just things we got to start thinking about that we never had to think about years ago. So Dan, thank you, brother, and lots to come with Secure Money and the PMP Familia, Paulie.
Yeah, it makes me very, very happy. And Dan, we'll talk soon, brother. Thanks for supporting the show. I want to update everybody on the Olympics right now. The ladies are still down. Tony, 7 minutes and change left in the third. Now, again, this is the gold medal game. If they don't win this game, they're not going to win the gold. And they are still trailing 1-0. Very unusual because the U.S. team has been just an avalanche of offense through all these games. I mean, they beat the crap out of Canada. And now they can't put the puck in the net. So Canada's made some adjustments, and you can see it. Like I saw it in the first two periods. The Canadian women are skating with a freaking purpose today. They do not want to lose this game. Girls still have time. The USA women still have time, but it's getting late, getting late in the third.
I have a question, Paul. I have a question. It's late in the evening. Should we cue up Paul Simon's Late in the Evening? By the way, probably my favorite Paul Simon track, if I had to pick my favorite.
Step outside and smoke myself a J. Go ahead.
Dude, smoke myself a J. Bam, bam, bam. Paulie, at what point in your mind do you pull the goalie?
Well, this is going to be a controversial take. You're probably not going to like this, and a lot of people won't like this. All the hockey fans out there, I've never been a fan of pulling the goalie. You get the extra skater, but you put the puck on the wrong person's stick, and you got a wide open net. I'm just saying, but anyway, to answer your question, maybe with a minute and change left, under 2 minutes, generally a time you're going to pull the goalie. I've never liked that though. But, it's kind of a standard move in hockey, and you're bringing that up is actually very relevant. We could easily see that happen in about 5 minutes.
The double entendre of pulling the goalie in family planning, Paulie, and lovemaking.
Yeah. Although if you do it like Tony did, they just come at you with the hedge clippers. You don't have to worry about that anymore.
Oh, let's go. Snipped. People, get snipped. I mean,
hey,
what?
Boys in the audience, raise your hand if you've ever been snipped. My hand is down, by the way. My hand is freaking in my pocket. I don't want any blades near that area. I don't want any incisions. I don't want any numbing agents. I want to protect, as like Coach Emilio says, dude, protect what you have. That's what I'm trying to do. Tony, I'm trying to protect my assets. You know what I mean? I don't want any snipping going on, man. Yeah.
All I know is it was a quick and painless procedure. Less than 20 minutes. All I asked is that I got in the stirrups, and the doc put me in the stirrups, and I said, "Doc,
right there, dude. As soon as you start talking stirrups, I'm out. I'm 100% out."
You know what it was, Paulie? It was very I don't know. It was a humbling experience, Paulie.
Yeah.
And so when he did that, I was like, just talk to me the whole way through. That's because I don't want to think about what you're doing. And dude, next thing you know, snip, I'm out of there. And I'm icing myself for the weekend, and I'm good as gold.
Rag says last time he pulled the goalie, he had his son Anthony. I hear you, Rags. I know. I'm not looking to add to my children at this point. 2 is plenty. I'm good. I'm still paying these guys off. I don't need to add another one to the mix. And also, Tony, I want to say Canada's on a power play. They're on a power play right now. This is it's getting dicey, brother.
Ooh. It's getting hectic. Eesh. Paulie, okay, we got a ton to talk about. Can I also I wanted to wish my sister Bridget, my older sister Bridget, her birthday was yesterday.
Happy birthday, Bridget. I haven't seen her in a while. I like Bridget. Yeah.
Happy birthday. And she shares her birthday with
Queen Bee. Is she like the Queen Bee of all these siblings?
She's the firstborn. She's the one of the 4.
She strikes me as the kind of Queen Bee figure of the scene.
Yeah, totally. She's a flight attendant, so she holds it down. Maybe she'll be the flight attendant for the 38,000 miles the Niners have to fly next season. 38,000 miles. No team has ever flown that much in an NFL season. Hey, Goodell, on your birthday, blow these candles out, pal. Because you know what? I'm not psyched about this, dude. Australia wasn't enough. Mexico City, New York, Atlanta, Kansas City, Dallas. Like, dude, why? What did the Niners do to? I mean, is he trying to make sure that, like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
No, I'm with you on everything you're saying, and I have an innocent question. I'm not sure I know the answer to this. Has there ever been a season where any NFL team has had to play 2 international games in the same year? I don't think so. Like, and I'm not sure why the Niners would have to travel the globe literally twice. Like that, it just doesn't make sense to me. Why? Why are they doing it?
I can't explain it either, probably, and it's unprecedented. But let's use the Niners as the guinea pigs.
Yeah.
Like, how about you use your pal Mahomes there, Goodell? Why don't you take your pal Travis Kelce?
Well, they're too busy.
And your freaking State Farm BS and go fly around the world if you need to.
By the way, they're too busy protecting Mahomes, their little crown jewel. I don't know why they love this guy so much. I've been on a campaign to try and expose him for years, and you guys are part of it now. Defund the Kansas City Chiefs. Thank you for that. I got to say,
Paulie.
Like, let us play the game.
That's all.
I hate hearing his voice, dude. I'd love to have like a Mahomes-free life. Did you hear this rumor that Kelce apparently made a comment that he would love for Tyreek Hill to come back to the Chiefs? Have you heard about this?
Dude. Fine, take him. I don't want any part of Tyreek Hill. You want to talk about diva, a wide receiver diva? Well, I don't want any part of Tyreek Hill. And dude, and also like, the guy reeks of bad vibes to me.
Well, he's had a lot of problems, stepping outside the lines of the law. Robot Centaur from the PNP Sportsnet. See, thank you. That's why I asked the question. He says yes. Jacksonville played 2 international games in one season. I just think that's BS. If you insist on doing this, dude, spread it around. Don't make one team have to do 2 international games per season. One is bad enough. It's like a punishment almost. You know what I mean? It's like it's like the NFL equivalent of go to your room. We're going to send you to freaking Australia and Mexico next year. It's too much, man.
Dude, okay, so what did they do? They played back-to-back games in London in 2023. Is that their double? I'm looking at what they did to do 2 international games. If they did 2 back-to-back games in London, I don't count that as what the Niners are doing. And I'm looking it up. It says that they played back-to-back. They became the first team to play back-to-back games in London in 2023. Hey, you know what? If the Niners want to play back-to-back games in Australia and stay there for a month, that's a different thing.
That's what I'm saying. I agree. I actually agree with that. If you're going to stay in one place, okay, I kind of get it. But making them do 2 separate international trips is really a problem in my mind. And by the way, speaking of NFL news and notes, your buddy Brandon Ayuk, everybody's favorite unhappy diva who just got paid several, hundreds of millions of dollars. He apparently, you ready for this, Tony? If you haven't heard this, he apparently wants to start playing with Debo again in Washington. It's like all the Niner castaways. I guess they go to Washington. I don't know what the big deal is.
Well, I know he's friends with Jaden Daniels. I know that.
That's what it's about. He wants to play with Jaden Daniels. Yeah.
You know what this takes me back to? It takes me back to the Little League BS that you had to deal with about friend requests and coach requests and family requests. It's like these NFL players are now making friend requests when they want to play. I want to play with my friend. Hold on, you got to
elaborate. I don't know what that is. What's a Little League friend?
When you sign up for Little League baseball, not in the older divisions, but in the younger divisions, and I'm all for it because they're kids. They're making friend requests. I want to play with Johnny. I want to play with Ricky. I want to play with Bobby. Sure, fine. But NFL, when you're making millions, you're making friend requests now. I want to play with my buddies. I want to go to DC and play with my buddies. Whatever, dude. Just go. Don't let the door hit you, Brandon. Do not.
Let me give you the Polymac adult version of friend requests. And this is a true story. Throughout our time at KNBR together, Tony and I worked under, I'm not sure how many, maybe 4 or 5 different program directors would be something like that is my guess about how many different leaders we had over those years. And Lee Hammer was definitely the best of all of them. Shout out Lee Hammer for life. He was awesome. But each time we got a new program director, they would meet with us and they would say like, is there anything we can give you guys? What do you guys need to make the show better? And I'm like, if you want to make the show better, bring Tony in to produce the morning show. He's the best producer in the building. If you guys are interested in a good morning show, you have to have a good producer. And I was denied every single time. So Tony, my friend request was not honored. I tried to make you my friend. They didn't want it. They're like, well, that's gonna be trouble for everybody, literally.
Hey, Paulie, KNBR management.
Yeah,
there you go. Slap him upside the head, Paulie. And again, just Jerry chiming in.
We would all like to be able to live an uncluttered life, a simple life, a good life.
That's all.
Hey
buddy.
kids, it's getting late. It's getting late, dude, in Italy. We're under 3 minutes to go, and U.S. women still down 1-0. Boy, I am surprised they're getting shut out. This is really kind of surprising based on how dominant the U.S. women looked. But Canada, dude, yeah, they're right there. That's the thing. It's their sport. They don't like handing over the throne if they don't have to, and it looks like they're fighting tooth and nail here. I got two. Robot Central, correct me if I'm wrong. You might be a little bit ahead of my ticker, but I got 2:20 left in the third. Canada 1, US nothing. So time, Tony, if I'm curt with you, it's because time's a factor. Okay.
It's no good, man. Time won't give me time. I just listened to Little Feat this morning. I have their record Waiting for Columbus, live record, and they have a song called Time Loves a Hero, which is a great tune.
You're Mr. Little Feat fan over there. Are you aware of the fact? I got to just ask you this question. I don't even know if you know this. Are you aware of the fact that Lowell George from Little Feat produced 2 Grateful Dead albums in the 70s? He produced Shakedown Street and Terrapin Station. Did you know that?
Wow, I did not. Did he play on them as well or no?
I don't think so. I think he just produced. Yeah.
Okay. Wait, hold on, Paulie. Hold on a second. This is for Carlos De La Fuente. Hang on one second. Paulie, did he play on them?
Oh no.
Totally. By the way, Tony, seeing as we have 6 sponsors to give some love to today, let's give Tom Stack a little bit. We're talking Grateful Dead. Let's bring Tom Stack into the mix here.
Go.
Tom Stack, one of our new sponsors, a great Bay Area guy with a great Bay Area legacy. By the way, Tom Stack texted me a couple of days ago when the Bruce tour dates came out, because he's a music lover like we are. His credentials are pretty freaking bomb-proof. Grateful Dead at the Winterland, etc. He was like, not only am I going to go see Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band in San Francisco, he goes, I'm on my way to freaking Cleveland. I don't know why he wants to go to Cleveland, but he wants to see the boss in Cleveland. So hold on. Rag says score. Hold on. Whoa. Hold the freaking phone here. Tie game. They tied the freaking game.
Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about, dude. That's what I'm talking about. USA. Fantastic. Dude, it's all over the board. Here we go, dude. These girls are not going to be denied. Tony, sorry. Give it to me.
No, it's good. Here we go. Let's get Shank in the mix.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Keep it going.
Hands together for the broads of PMP. Giants and Niners and pop culture takes. They bring the best every day. The broads of PMP.
There we go. The broads of USA have spoken, Paulie. I love it. Let's go.
By the way, the U.S. Women's hockey team just proved to the world why Paulie Mack will never, ever have a coaching job in hockey, because guess what? U.S. pulled the goalie. They tied the game, okay? I was just telling you, hey, don't pull the goalie. That's the worst thing you can do. I was never a fan of it, but in this case, I love it. Go ahead, girls. We're probably going to OT now, Tony. We got less than 2 minutes left. Just updating my own ticker here.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah. Stand by. My ticker's going nuts. Bear with me. Hold on.
Oh, that's such great news, Paulie. Overtime is the theme last night and today. Canada went to overtime. USA men went to overtime. Now the broads of USA are going to overtime. Paulie, and I want to give Escobar Cheeks the third a little love. Yes. He's the one that mentioned USA pulled the goalie and tied the game. Thank you for the super Escobar Cheeks the third. We'll get your Cheeks on the show again very soon. Yeah. And then Patty from Napa is a super, and she says broads particles.
Yeah. Well, I always feel like this, man, when there's a game of this kind of magnitude happening, and like, even though I'm not physically watching the game right now, I'll go back and watch the third period after the show. And I always feel like this is where the universe wants us. Mm-hmm. Tony needs to be in front of his mushroom thing. I need to be in my studio here. You guys need to be on the comments line. Like, we're all where we're supposed to be. Rag says his entire office is in front of the TV, right? See, that's what makes the Olympics great, man. Okay. It's like one of the few times that everybody can get on the same page and root for, our own athletes. And again, this American hockey team has been my favorite story of these entire Olympics. I mean, this has brought me a lot of joy. It's great hockey. And they're ferocious, dude. Don't think like, they're women. It can't be. Dude, if you haven't seen these girls play, you need to watch it. These women are freaking ferocious, dude.
Yep. Incredibly. It's an incredible story. And the men, dude, it's all shaping up to be a USA Canada final for the men too. If the men can beat, who do they play? They play Slovakia
Slovakia game is tomorrow. And also,
Yeah.
real quick on Canada, Sidney Crosby, obviously a legendary NHL player from Canada, he had to leave the last game with an injury. So I'm not sure if he's going to go, which would definitely impact Canada's chances. But now, Tony, this U.S. Canada game going on right now, the entire momentum has just shifted back to the Americans. So we are now dictating terms again. Looks like time is about to expire in the third. I got 9 seconds left if unless I'm behind you guys. Yeah, we're going to OT. Okay, beautiful.
I know that you've been a member, been on the board of the IOC, the International Olympic Committee in your past. So
sure.
How long is overtime in Olympic hockey? Is it the same as regular hockey?
As far as my knowledge, it's a 20-minute period.
It
it's
is. Okay. It's the same amount of time as a regular period. It's not shorter.
Yeah. Okay. And it's a sudden death. So whoever puts the puck in the net first wins the game. And that's the way it should be, in my opinion. They just continue the game. They don't do any gimmicky, shoot. I hate freaking shootouts, man. To me, that's like now you're letting a game be determined by a skills competition almost. Maybe we can have them skate through cones next time to figure out who wins in overtime. I like to win. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing, man? Just play hockey, for Christ's sake. And that's what it's going to be. It's going to be another 20-minute period. Tony, let's take a step back because you had the Tom Stack thing up. So let's bring that back.
I did. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. Come on. Take it back, Tom. Take it back. All the way back, Tom Stack. Let's go.
All the way back, Tom Stack. Nice rhyme scheme. And I want to say, shout out to Professor. Ready for this? This here's a deep drop. All you PE heads are going to be with me. Shout out to Professor Griff from the S1Ws, from the Public Enemy Security of the First World. Bring that beat back. Come on, bring that beat back. It's getting my griff on today, Tony. All right, Tom Stack, everybody. One of our new sponsors, music lover, Bay Area legend, close friend of Bill Walton's. We both mourn the loss of Bill Walton together, actually. But his day job is he's a broker. He's a real estate broker with Coldwell Banker Realty. He, again, also very experienced at what he does. 20 years in the business. I know Patty from Napa, the queen of the scene, Miss PMP 2025. She has already had conversations with Tom Stack. He answered some questions and helped Patty with something out in Lake Havasu. Tom Stack is a Bay Area guy. Tony's going to give you the locale in just a second, but let me just tell you about Tom, the person. We have him here in front of the Grateful Dead house, which, by the way, is a beautiful Victorian. Isn't that a nice pad right there with the old the bay windows and all that great artwork in the door and stuff? And you've seen all the legendary pictures of the dead on those steps back in the day. Tom is a people person. Tom loves helping people. He is a true lover of the Bay Area. And I always put it in simple terms. When it's time for you to buy a house, it is time to talk to Tom Stack, especially if it's your first time going through that circus. It's a lot. It can be a very stressful thing, but that's why you need the right agent on your side. A guy like Tom Stack is not going to let it become a stressful thing. We all need that kind of guidance. Let's be honest. We're lost in the woods trying to, find the right homes without the right agent. So you need the assistance. You need the guidance. You need Tom Stack with Coldwell Banker Realty. He's going to be here for you. He will treat you like a rock star. And I'll tell you right now, Tony, if you would like to, he can help people from all over the Bay Area, city people, peninsula people, North Bay guys like myself. Wherever you are, Tom can assist you, but he has a certain kind of geography where he really prefers to do his business. And Tony's going to guide you through that right now.
Well, that's the La Miranda corridor, Paulie, which is Lafayette, Moraga, and Orinda out there in the East Bay. And then the greater East Bay as well. We're talking Concord, Martinez. We're talking Walnut Creek, that area, all in the greater East Bay. The Centaurs, Robot Centaur and Mrs. Robot Centaur live out in Concord. So they know they're part of Tom Stack's area, or areas, shall we say. But Paulie, also, when we talked to Tom before this all happened, he was like, hey, man, I am all about creating clients for life. That's what I want to do. And he's like, he brings over 20 years of sales, marketing, and licensing experience from his days working in rock and roll. Okay. And now he brings that as a broker with Coldwell Banker based in Orinda, which is part of the La Miranda corridor. But the greater East Bay. And Paulie, it goes back to how he started selling t-shirts in the parking lots at Dead shows, going across the company.
Club Dead.
Club Dead, right? Club Dead's the big shirt, but also eventually marketing and licensing merchandise to over 600 stores in the United States, Europe, and Japan as a licensee of the Grateful Dead. Paulie, he takes all this experience and then he channeled that into worldwide sales, licensing, and product development, and now he brings it to real estate. He worked with Carlos Santana as well, distributing, creating merchandise for Santana. Okay, so dude, that's why like it says treat you like a rock star, because he's worked with rock stars. He became well known for his attention to detail, his integrity, his hands-on approach, second to none customer service. That's what he brings to the table with Coldwell Banker, and that's why we partner with Tom, because he's such a true dude, and he will take care of you. He wants to treat you like a rock star because he's worked with rock stars, Paulie.
Thank you, Tony. And real quick, I just want to ask if your wife Megan is on the comment board right now, because there's somebody named Megs out there and by the way, welcome, Megs. Good to see you. And I see the blonde hair. Is that Megan? Honestly, I'm asking. I can't tell.
No. I think that's Mrs. Robot Centaur.
Oh, nice. Okay, what's up, Megs at 1086? Tony's other half is named Megan, and it kind of looks like Megan in that picture, even though it's very small on my screen. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't your Megan. But anyway, you're always welcome, Meg. Good to see you. And also, one last thing on Tom Stack. This is for Patty specifically. So, and also, okay, two more things. Sorry, let me take a step back. Two more things. Take a step back, y'all. First of all, Steven Bisecchio, I'm not sure if he's in the chat today, but he's one of my favorite dudes, and he's a young guy who lives in the city. I really love that kid, Tony, because he's funny as hell. Yep. He's a Jersey kid, and he just reminds me of guys I know back east who have like come out west like me. And he said he's getting ready to start shopping for his new home. So nice. my goal right now is to have Stevie B hook up with Tom Stack so Tom can help Stevie B and his girlfriend find the right house for them. I mean, they're first-time buyers. I mean, they're young. So, keep that in mind. But that's my goal. I would love to see Tom help Stevie B through the process. Okay, now on to Patty. Patty from Napa, I want to remind you, next time you talk to Tom Stack, ask him to tell you his Joe Walsh story, because he told me an incredible Joe Walsh story when I was at Dark Star Orchestra with him a couple of weeks ago. Ready for this one, Tony? Tom Stack snuck backstage at the Winterland for it was a Joe Walsh like solo show back in the 70s before he joined the Eagles. Not even a James Gang. He was just doing like a Joe Walsh gig. And he was saying like he was hanging around backstage and nobody questioned him. He wound up playing ping pong with some of the Joe Walsh guys, some of the guys in the band. And he said Joe Walsh, like right before he went on stage, he was like making out with this lady. And then he just walked out and started playing like immediately. So anyway, Patty, for you, ask Tom to tell you all the details of his Joe Walsh story. It's really cool. And he's got a million of them, dude. He's got a million great rock and roll stories. So thank you, Tom Stack with Coldwell Banker Realty. We freaking love you, buddy. Thank you so much for supporting the show. And like Tony said, give him a shout anytime, 925-878-9964. Or you can email Tom at your leisure, tom.stack@cbnorcal.com. Thank you, Tom. We'll talk soon.
Thanks, Tom. I just want to say one last thing on Tom. I think about like when you're shopping for a home and you got to like, I don't know, you spend a lot of time with this person, right? And one of the reviews I read last time we did a Tom Stack spot is that this person was talking about how entertaining and enjoyable her interactions were with Tom, like keeping her entertained. He was very funny. He was storytelling while he has their best interests at heart, trying to find them a home. So it's like it's all about the experience, Paulie. Like Jimi Hendrix, are you experienced? Tom Stack,
I am experienced. Right? Oh, exactly. You better believe it. Yeah, he's well experienced. And by the way, one more thing about Tom Stack that's just between me and you, Tony. Everybody else, this is not for you. It's only for me and Tony. Dude, like the ladies love Tom Stack. Yeah. Like I'm learning this more and more. Like I don't look at Tom that way. Like I don't think about that. But like Wendy Connors, our great friend Wendy Connors, who also her parents. She is so entrenched in Grateful Dead history. It's ridiculous, Wendy. Her parents worked in the Grateful Dead ticket office like when she was a little kid. So Wendy literally grew up in and around the Grateful Dead. And Wendy told me when Tom had an office in the Grateful Dead building, all the ladies would be like, oh my God, Tom Stack's here today. Tom's here. Tom Stack is coming. Oh my God. So I'm just learning more and more. And maybe, Tony, if we surround ourselves with like handsome guys, maybe we'll get that same kind of attention. But there he is. The ladies love Tom Stack. I'm just throwing that out there on the pile for your head.
I love it, man. Yeah, hell yeah. Tom Stack for life. And maybe, and now I was going to say something crass, but I want to keep it above board with Tom Stack and Tom Stack in the house. But we love Tom. Thanks for partnering with partnering with us. Paulie, one last time, 925-878-9964. 925-878-9964 or email Tom.stack at cbnorcal.com.
Okay, and the sponsor Avalanche is going to continue. I'm going to swat away Dom Peralta's offer. Dom's on the chat line saying, guys, you don't have to do my Peralta spot again. See, that's where you're wrong, Dom. That's where you're freaking wrong. I'm coming strong with a Peralta spot today, whether you like it or not. But that just shows you like the generosity of Dom. We're super busy today with all these sponsors we missed from last night. But no, Dom, I'm definitely going to give you some love, brother. You've done so much for the show. You continue to do so much for the show. And the least thing,
I'm going to interrupt right now. Dom Peralta, we're going to do Dom Peralta's spot today.
Right or wrong?
100%. Actually, give Dom a slap too. Give him a slap for even suggesting that. Yeah, we'll slap you around if we need to, Dom. Okay, Tony, why don't we do this? Because I know you have mailbag, you got birthdays, you got bookmarks, you got a top 3. I'm going to hand you the wheel and let you kind of steer the show. Go ahead, brother.
Well, let's go. I want to go mailbag real quick. And it's just one email from our guy, Arkansas Dave. Okay. So when was this? I don't even know when we talked about Steve Caballero and Powell Peralta and skateboarding. I don't remember.
I'll do it as often as possible. I'm a Dogtown guy personally. The Z-Boys are my crew. Tony's more of a Bones Brigade guy. That's just like our age difference showing itself, but it's all in the same, it's the same idea. But to be fair, Tony Hawk was discovered, as they say, by Stacy Peralta, who was a Z-Boy. And Stacy Peralta is the guy who put together the Bones Brigade. You do know that, right? That Stacy was behind that. Okay.
Yep,
okay.
100%. Yeah, it's all connected, man. It's all connected.
Yeah.
All these guys actually skated together and hung out together. They just found their different paths to sponsorship and to make money skateboarding. And so, and a lot of these guys had no clue that they'd be able to like have a sustainable career in skateboarding until like guys like Stacy Peralta and Powell Peralta and would create this empire. And I was hook, line, and sinker, man. I skated as a kid and I still ride longboards with the kids and so fun. But Arkansas Dave heard us talking about Steve Caballero and he just casually puts in the chat, oh yeah, I used to skate with Caballero in Campbell.
He did. I remember seeing that. I was like, dude, wow, it's a big deal. And that you know what that tells me is that Arkansas Dave must be a badass on a board too. I don't think you can get, honestly, I don't think you can get that close to those crews unless you can hold your own. So I have to guess that Arkansas Dave is also a madman on a board, or he was back in the day. That's my guess.
So I'm going to show you a picture from our mailbag. Yes, and I think your guess is correct, Paulie. I think your hunch is correct. Dave sent this into pauliespot@gmail.com. Feel free to email us anytime, and we'll throw stuff up on the show. Arkansas Dave sent this to us. He said, this was taken in the summer of '79 at Campbell's Skate Park and published in Skateboard Magazine. He said it's Steve Caballero grabbing frontside air in the peanut pool off the tail of his board on the left. And then he goes, and on the left, and I'll put this picture up now, there's a dude in a striped tank top. And that dude in the background in the striped tank top is our very own Arkansas Dave. So there's Caballero pulling the frontside air.
I love this.
In the pool in Campbell, dude, in 1979.
I wonder.
I was floored when he sent this. I was freaking floored.
I'm floored right now.
Paulie, like Caballero to me is like the Joe Montana for me of skateboarding. Like
totally.
Caballero, and then like Hosoi, Hawk, those guys. But I loved Caballero because of his build. And most skaters are short, but like Caballero is basically the same dimensions as me. So I was like, that's my guy. That's my guy. So
well, this is an incredible picture, and I'm going to take a wild guess. He's actually a very famous photographer. He shoots a lot of rock and roll, and he shot all the skate stuff back in the day. His name is Glenn Friedman. If you guys know Glenn Friedman, that looks like a Glenn Friedman shot. So Arkansas Dave, I'm just throwing this out there. If you're with us today, I'm not sure. I haven't seen his name. He might be. He might not be. Let us know if Glenn Friedman took that picture, because if Glenn Friedman actually took that shot, now you're talking about value. That thing's worth some money. But I love Arkansas Dave in the striped tank down there, man. Well, there's a traditional phone call during the show.
Wow, that's been a long time. A long time coming. Wow,
we were due for one. Yeah,
totally. That was my mom, by the way, checking in. So shout out Diane Ryan. Checking in. So moms get phone calls on the show. Sorry,
can I only because we're talking skating for a second, and those non-skaters out there, we'll be off of this in a second. But one more thing, Tony, you know what one of the reasons my favorite guy of all time is Jay Adams is because you said, and I totally sympathize with this, but you said when you were introducing this picture, you said, all these skaters figured out how they could make money by just being awesome skaters. Like they get sponsors, they get endorsements. Some of these guys did commercials. The thing with Jay Adams, once like the commercial aspect came into it, he literally like walked away from the Z-Boy. Like he was such a pure skater. He thought he was kind of like Jerry Garcia that way. Like Jerry was not about like selling Grateful Dead music or trying to like capital. I mean, yeah, they made money, but he wasn't in it for that. And like Jay Adams literally walked away from the scene when like Tony Alva and Stacy started making money. He was like, you guys are corny. I'm not here to make money doing this. I'm skating because I love skating. Now, he wound up hurting himself by doing that. He really could have given himself a much better life. But isn't that wild that he literally turned his back on the endorsements? He didn't want them.
Yeah, that is. I mean, I respect it, but also I'm like, that's a bummer because
I know.
I feel like what these guys did for a whole generation to follow and what's happening now in Olympics and X Games and everything is because of those guys. Like, they started the movement, man. And San Francisco has a reputation worldwide of being a great, like just topography wise and great street wise, of a great skateboarding city. So I love the fact that skateboarding like has become as popular as it has, and like that my kids wanted to ride a skateboard, and that my friends' kids want to ride skateboards. And then I show them movies and clips of these guys, and I'm like, look at these guys, this is insane. They would look at an empty swimming pool as a fun park, you know?
That's amazing. Like the creativity that takes to look at an empty swimming pool and think like, I'm going to try and skate this thing. Like that had never been done before. So now I got to address all kinds of stuff. Sorry, Tony, there's a lot going on here. Let me check a few boxes. One, Scarlet Fire, I'm talking to you. Jerry Garcia with the ties, all that, he gave all that money. That was charity stuff. When that money came in, he gave all that money to charity from the Garcia ties. I have a couple of Garcia ties, by the way. And then second of all, we do have a new name on the board today who I don't recall seeing in the past. Respect and forgive me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I've seen Jamal Farley before. So welcome, Jamal. And last thing to address Humdinger.
Any relation to Chris? I just got to ask.
Let us know if there's any relation to Chris, and to answer Humdinger 87's question. No, that is Jamar with an R you're thinking about, who is the big Primus fan too. Jamar, remember we saw him at the Primus gig a few months ago. Jamar, I love Jamar. Jamar Stamp, it's a different guy. So
Paulie, I want to welcome Chris-C2M6Y to the show. I haven't seen that before. And he says Steve rides mountain bikes also. He says I'm a suspension tech and set up a Honda 250F for him. Guy is so rad. So welcome to the show, Chris, and thanks for the intel about Caballero. I honest to God, if I ever run into him, I'll be like a little starstruck because of the way he changed my childhood, dude. Like, and by the way, I got to give Dom Peralta some love too, because Dom, this is part of Dom's Christmas gift to me. This is so rad. This is Steve Caballero bobblehead.
Wow.
And it's the Cab Dragon. So there you go, the Cab Dragon, dude. Check it out right there. And it came. He's on a skateboard, of course, and then it came in a box that Dom gave me, autographed by Steve. So it's badass, man. I love this thing. So special place for me, the Cab Dragon. So thank you, Dom Peralta, for that incredibly thoughtful gift. And I never thought we'd be talking this much Powell Peralta and skateboarding on the show, but
let it happen. When it sprouts up like this, we got to cultivate it. By the way, we're getting answers to all the questions. Jamal, check it in. No, it's Jamal, and only related to Chris Farley in spirit. I got you, brother. Aren't we all? Yeah, I will never forget the day Chris Farley passed away. I'll tell you exactly where I was and exactly what I was doing. I was at KNBR. I was not even on the air yet. They originally hired me as a copywriter, so I was sitting in my office there typing copy. You know who broke the news to me? Do you remember that cool kid? I think he produced Gary for a little while, Gary Radnich. Remember that dude, Kevin Aseo?
Oh,
Tony?
Yeah.
He was a super cool guy. And Kevin Aseo walked in and he goes, dude, did you hear about Chris Farley? I'm like, no, what are you talking about? He goes, yeah, Chris Farley just died. I was like, damn. So do you remember where you were and how you found out when Chris Farley passed away? It was a big story back then. Chris Farley was beloved.
I actually don't remember, but I remember like anytime I see clips of Farley, I always get really sad because of how talented he was.
I know.
Very talented, man, and hilarious. And dude, the Chippendale skit, Tommy Boy, freaking Tommy Boy, dude. I'll watch that. Like, it's one of those movies, if I happen to see where I'm perusing YouTube TV and on the log and I see it, I'll stop and get a couple minutes. Because
have you turned your son Dom on to Tommy Boy yet? Because you have to. If you haven't, has he seen Tommy Boy?
Not yet. It's coming though. It's coming. Once we finish our Stranger Things marathon, which is just taking a long time, we'll get into Tommy Boy because yes,
I showed my kids Tommy Boy when they were young. They were probably like 8, 9 years old because it's a pretty family friendly flick. It's not like, there's nothing real scandalous going on there. I think it's a PG movie actually. But when that deer comes to life in the back of the car. Mm-hmm. When that deer wakes up, dude, start thrashing around. I think my kids are still laughing at that. Like they lost their freaking minds, and that's the greatest gift, in my opinion. One of the greatest gifts that you can bestow upon somebody is the gift of laughter. Mm-hmm. And in that regard, he was one of the all-time greats. I also remember
the scene about right here, not so much here, but right here. And when he goes, I feel something on my face right about here. Right, remember in the restaurant, and then also bees. They're everywhere. Dude,
shout out fat guy in a little coat when he throws on Spade's coat. Fat guy in a little coat, and he like flexes and rips the jacket. Yeah, man, funny son. I remember also, not to be morbid, but last guy, I remember when James Gandolfini passed away. I found out from Tony. I'll never forget that either. I was like going for a walk. I used to, go for walks sometimes, good exercise. And I had headphones on, and all of a sudden my phone beeped, and I looked down, and Tony was like, dude, James Gandolfini just died. I'm like, what? Because that was totally unexpected. He was young, dude. He was a young guy.
I think he was 50.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Ridiculous, man. Yeah. Ridiculous. Yeah. Paulie, I don't know how to. We talked about certain things to talk about on the show. We would let me know when hockey starts up again.
They're playing. They're skating. They're 2 minutes into the overtime period. Yeah, they're skating right now. Yeah.
Well, then just keep us posted, dude. And Red Jet Shell, I see you on the chat too. So you've been big on keeping us posted on the hockey. So if you see something, let us know. Rags is in the office building, and hopefully Rags, when they're not watching the hockey, they're watching the PMP show, the whole office, and supporting you. But Paulie, we have a top 3. We've got birthdays and we got bookmarks. And Michael Irvin piping up about the Super Bowl and about San Francisco.
I saw that, man, and we saw Michael. He's got a problem with San Francisco. I wonder why. You know what I mean? But that again, one thing about Michael Irvin I respect. He holds that rivalry like he's still he doesn't like San Francisco, and that's kind of the way it should be. You know what I mean? Like we talk about now how all the players are like best buddies. There's really no rivalries anymore. You see Travis Kelce hanging out with George Kittle. That bugs me. I mean, it really does. Am I petty? Yes, I am. Thank you very much. But at least Michael Irvin respects the rivalry like it's a real thing. But yeah, he trashed San Francisco on a week where I think most of the country embraced it. San Francisco was on magnificent display during the Super Bowl. Everybody freaking loved it. Canizaro was raving about it. Most of the other players raved about it. And here comes Michael Irvin. San Francisco sucks, man. I hate that town. They should never have a suit. I think I put it in book. Is it in bookmarks?
Yeah,
Tony?
we both, dude. It's funny. I put it in bookmarks, and I went to bookmarks, and you had just put it in there too, dude. It's great minds. So
bring it up since we're talking about it. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So
if you guys haven't seen this, Mike Irvin just went off on San Francisco saying it was a horrible host city for the Super Bowl. Totally. There you go, dude. Already I'm laughing.
But what I really want to tell you, and why I really didn't give reports on this weekend or on this Super Bowl, and I didn't want to say it while I was in the midst of it. I wanted to wait till it was over. Honestly, locker room. This was a horrible Super Bowl. They should never, ever, ever, ever bring the Super Bowl back to San Francisco. I'm sorry. The city, this was, in all the years of going to a Super Bowl, this was the worst. This seemed so blah. It was blah in the city. You know what I mean? It just wasn't jumping like you see Super Bowls jumping
Hey, Paulie, can I make a comment really quick?
Yeah, there's a million comments to make. Go ahead. Like, I'm not sure, what is he looking for? Stripper poles and coke lines? Like,
That's what I was gonna say. It's because because it's a stoner town and it's where there's God's green earth is everywhere and not coke all over the place. Is that why? Is that why?
Hey, Mike Irvin, would it be a better Super Bowl week if we handcuffed a few hookers to the bed and snorted coke and held guns to their head? I'm just asking questions. I know that's his comfort zone.
Hey, Mike. Sorry, there's no White House in San Francisco for you, pal.
Totally. Sorry, we didn't set up a makeshift White House for you. Totally, man.
Dude, Red Jet Shell. Michael Irvin likes the song White Lines. Pure as driven snow.
Dude, Matt Stenson, Snow Patrol. Okay. Snow Patrol. Yeah.
I mean, dude, Paulie, I totally respect what you said about Irvin hating the Niners and hating the rivalry, but this is way too far. Way too far. This is him talking about the city of San Francisco. He's not talking about the rivalry of hating the Niners. He's talking about hold on. Yep. Hang on.
USA. Dude, I told you we're supposed to be. Hit it, T. Give it to me. Give me the broads.
Come on, man. Come on. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the broads of PMP.
Yeah, dude.
Giants and Niners and pop culture takes. They bring the best every day. The broads of PMP.
Dude, the broads of USA, Paulie. Hey, men. Let's take care of Slovakia, Canada.
100%.
Hold on, Canada, take care of Finland, and then let's meet in the gold, and then USA sweep Canada for hockey gold. Let's do this, dude. By the way, we have to talk about the musical assignment too, Paulie. We got to talk about the musical assignment at some point today too.
We'll do that in like 2 seconds. I just want to say one thing about this. I cannot wait to watch the third period and the overtime. It was quick too. It looked like they scored about 5 minutes in, 4 minutes in, something like that. Overtime didn't last long, but I will say this. This is the appropriate outcome. I really felt like this United States women's team was destined to win the gold medal. And let's give them credit, Tony, because in order for them to win the gold today, it's the first time in these Olympic Games they had to come from behind. They had not trailed which is a remarkable comment, by the way. The women had not trailed in a single game until today. And they wait until super late in the third period. They pull the goalie. They tie the game. They get it into overtime, and they finally secure the win. That is true. I'm so happy that this team was special. I hope a lot of you got to see this team play because they were special. They had, and it was cool during the game today, Tony. They showed like a couple of families that were watching, like in Boston, where some of the girls are. I think the captain of the U.S. Olympic hockey team is from North Reading, Mass, which is about. It's kind of like going to Novato. You know what I mean? It's a little bit north of Boston, maybe 20, 30 minutes north. I have friends. My buddy Tommy D'Angelo lives in North Reading. So anyway, it's just cool to see like the neighborhoods getting excited for their kids that are playing in the games. And so I'm just so happy, man, that they won the gold medal. It was entirely appropriate. Congratulations to the United States women's hockey team beating Canada in overtime. I cannot wait to see it. Looks like the board went nuts when they scored that goal. So that's going to be really cool. And Tony, like you said, okay, John Joseph had to, why don't you take us through this actually? I'm not sure I get all the details, but go ahead. John can't join us tomorrow. So we're going to give you a different music assignment. We can do that right now.
Well, first of all, before we get to that, I want to say, could you imagine being a Canadian right now and you're 7 minutes away from gold? And not only do you lose the lead, then you lose the game in overtime, and you lose the gold medal. Like that is, I'm sorry, Canada, and I hope the same happens for USA versus Canada if both teams handle their business. Love Celebrini, I love Crosby. Seriously, like great players in Canada, but I want USA to put their stamp on these Olympics with gold medals in hockey for women and men's. So this is great stuff, Paulie. And then about the musical assignment is that John Joseph has been gifted a musical assignment from the PMP Familia. The person who spearheaded this wants to remain anonymous. So out of respect for that person, we will not say who it was. But it's just a very great gesture because they love John. We all love John. And so John was supposed to do the musical assignment. It turns out he's got like something going on with work and also a family, something that's come up with his family, a good thing, a good event for his family. Something's come up for his family, so he can't do the musical assignment tomorrow. So we're going to take the musical assignment back. Then we have Greg Trela, who's got a musical assignment coming up next week, and then we have to get John Joseph back in the mix. So,
well, what is your idea? Because you said you had an idea for the assignment in place of John. So, what are we doing to give it to us?
Well, so my idea was, hey, because this hockey, we're so enthralled by the women and men's hockey teams, let's do something Olympics and hockey related. So I was saying, let's do something gold medal related, silver medal related, because that's what they're playing for, the gold or the silver. So songs about silver and gold. And Paulie, I'm gonna show something that the song it can't be. Okay, I just want to say the song it can't be. This is great, but I'll have to show it. Yeah, dude, come on, man. I don't know if you remember this song, Paulie.
I don't know what's coming. I have no idea what's coming right here. You go ahead.
Damn, I don't know if you remember this song, but it's oh,
bring
man.
it to me.
Okay, is it popping up?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Yeah.
Oh no! Listen, I could watch that all damn day. Is that Spandau Ballet? Is that what you're chucking at me? Little Spandau?
Spandau Ballet, dude. Spandau Ballet.
Shout out to Spandau Ballet. Rags and we wouldn't have made it through high school proms without a little Spandau Ballet. Like True was the song that you would always slow dance to. Yes. I know this much is true. Yeah. So yeah, a little gold. Well, listen, I want to say, Tony, great poll, by the way, dude.
One more time.
Yeah. That's us right there. I'm on the left, you're on the right, buddy. That's Tony and Paulie in the late 80s. Okay, I want to tack on one other attribute to this music assignment if I can, because silver and gold for the Olympic Games. But you know what else? Keeping with your theme, it's the Winter Olympics. So how about songs also about winter or snow or stuff like that? So winter, snow, winter, gold, and silver will be the theme for tomorrow. And I see the Hum Daddies on the board right now. What's up, Hum Daddies? Haven't seen you guys in a while. I already know what you guys are thinking for the music assignment. There's a U2 song that checks all those boxes. I won't say it. And by the way, Hum Daddies, I'm sure you guys saw that U2 dropped a 6-song EP yesterday. On they have like 6 brand new tracks. They just hit Spotify yesterday. So check those out. Pretty good stuff too, Tony. I listened to them. There's some pretty good songs there from the U2 guys.
Yeah, Bono's never been, one to shy away from world events. So,
no, God, no, dude, no. God, no.
I wholeheartly appreciate it. They always say, like, when there's stuff going on in the world or stuff going on with somebody who's an artist or musician, that's when a lot of their very best material comes through. And
unless you're Taylor Swift, then you do nothing.
Right. Yeah. Well, you just hang out. You just ride Travis coattails. That's all you do. You just I'm gonna just don't get me started, man.
I know. I don't want to get started. Everything's going so well today.
I saw somebody. God, who was it? God, it was somebody on ESPN yesterday saying that the Chiefs should sever ties with Travis Kelce. I'm like, look at you. Good for you.
I got news for you. Travis Kelce didn't do a damn thing last year. He looked old and slow. He really did. He did not have a good year, but he keeps coming back because he thinks like if he just comes back one more year, the Chiefs will win a Super Bowl. I pray to God. I pray to Allah. I pray to you. Give me the God of your choice. I don't care who it is. I pray to all of the gods that the Chiefs never win another Super Bowl. Please, God, let that happen. Do not let them win another Super Bowl.
Ollie, I'll pray to my ayahuasca shaman that the Chiefs do not win another Super Bowl, okay? We'll do that. Even though Escobar says #no shaman, I'm saying I'm going to pray to the shaman and say no more Chiefs Super Bowls. Andy Reid, I feel like they're done. They're on the downslope. I feel like they're on the downslope.
Me too. Oh, it was obvious last year they were on the downslope, and we're getting all kind of comments. Don Peralta, F the kingdom, 1,000,000%.
Robot Centaur, saying Mahomes took a pay cut to re-sign Tyreek. Bring those bad vibes. Take those bad vibes, Casey. Go ahead. You got Rashee Rice and Tyreek Hill on the same team. Are you kidding me? Good luck with that, dude. No, thank you at all. Seriously, I want no part of Tyreek Hill. He's such a bad vibe. He's such a bad vibe. He's such a diva. No, thank you. I want no part of it, Paulie.
Dude, we're getting all kinds of. Okay, so Hum Daddies are saying, don't forget Yahweh. I was praying to Allah and to Jesus Christ himself, our Lord and Savior. And then Rags goes, pray to the metal gods, dude. Metal, little Judas Priest, metal gods. I got you, Rags, 100%. Yeah.
Speaking of Yahweh, speaking of JC, okay, yesterday Ash Wednesday. Or no, today's Thursday. Yeah, yesterday Ash Wednesday. Did you give anything up for Lent, Paulie? I'm blindsiding you with this topic. I'm blindsiding you.
Get a laugh track ready. Here's what I did. I gave ready. Yes, I did give something up. I gave up giving things up for Lent. Go ahead. Yeah. I gave up on giving stuff up. No, I didn't give up anything. I'm too old to play that game, dude. I've made enough sacrifices in my life. Let me enjoy my senior years. No, did you give something up, dude?
I'm gonna give up Marlboro Reds. How about that?
Fine.
No, but I respect. I see Lily Merchant gave up desserts. Noemi Catalina giving up chips. You know what?
No, you guys, I respect it. I respect it. I can't play that game right now.
No,
yeah.
Noemi, I think I'm gonna join you. I'm gonna give up chips too. I'm gonna join you, Noemi. Okay, I'm gonna give up chips because we talked about this guilty pleasures last weekend at Tony's Top 3. That chips were one of my guilty pleasures, man.
Can I be honest with you? Can I be honest with you? I was nailing Lay's chips yesterday. I drilled them. I had a little bowl. I told you guys, one of my big weaknesses now is chips, dude. And it only happened like once I hit the age of 50. I don't think I ate a potato chip for 30 years. And all of a sudden, like I hit 50, I can't get enough, dude. Give me salty potato chips. It's like one of my favorite things. Yeah.
And by the way, Stevie B, this is going back in the chat, Paulie. This is we were talking Michael Irvin. We were showing Michael Irvin, and then USA won in overtime, and Stevie B said he was watching the show on mute during work and saw Michael Irvin on our show and thought Irvin was a guest on our show and was like, holy crap. And I was like, you know what, Irvin, I don't know if you're welcome on this show after what you just did to San Francisco and how you ripped San Francisco, because it wasn't bumping, or it was
we didn't bring in enough blow for him. You know what I mean? Like we didn't have enough like cocaine laid out on the tables. By the way, I want to say one last thing, private comment between me and the Hum Daddies, if I could have just a quick moment. Hey, because I did a cool show with the Hum Daddies a few months back. We did like a round table. Ted Ramey was there too. Great voice with the San Jose Sharks, good friend of ours. And we did like our favorite U2 albums, like a round table. You know what I was thinking, dude? Hum Daddies, consider this for the next round table. How about we report on our favorite U2 shows that we've seen? Because I got some good ones. Favorite U2. I'm just throwing that out there for consideration. Tony, speaking of consideration, it's time to slide. He told me not to do it. I slap him right in his face and say I'm doing it anyway. Let's give some love to Peralta Arts, Tony, because we still have more sponsors we got to give some love to today. Peralta Arts and Company, and give Dom a slap too if you could. Give him another one. 100%. That's for you, Dom. Tell me not to do it. I'm definitely doing it. Let's talk Peralta Arts and Company. That's where graphic design,
Sorry, dude. Pine Needle, dude. Pine Needle on fire. Michael Irvin couldn't figure out how to use the paper straws.
Nice. They kept the city. Who wrote that? Pine Needle? That's high level. That's high level drug paraphernalia riffing. Yes.
And high level like Bay Area environmental riffing as well. It's just
yeah. Well, listen, I think Michael Irvin is one of one in that capacity, because most people really enjoyed it and had a great time. And I observed it. I thought everything went beautifully.
How about our dinner with Mark Cannizzaro, Paulie? We had a great time at K Fico in San Francisco and Divisadero. Come on, man, stop it, Irvin.
How much does Mark Cannizzaro, a New Jersey kid? He's a Jersey boy who works for the New York Post. He's all about the East Coast. He knows New York City like the back of his hand, but he loves San Francisco so much. He honeymooned in San Francisco. He and his wife, this is where they spent their honeymoon. So I don't want to hear it from Mike Irvin today, dude. You can't take the shine off of San Francisco and how beautiful it represented during the Super Bowl. I'm not going to pay any more attention to that. And neither should Don Peralta and Peralta Arts, Tony. Yeah. So I was saying that is where Peralta Arts and Company is where graphic design, illustration, music, and pop culture all collide. Listen, dude, I'm not doing this. Dom wrote this script. I just want you to know I'm not like self-promoting during a freaking Peralta Art spot. He actually put this in the copy today. Dom says, Peralta Arts and Company are proud to be working with Paulie Mack and friends to develop a logo and design that captures the spirit of music and togetherness. Again, with the plug, Brisbane Inn, March 20th, 2026. Y'all, I will be there. We're working out the set list right now. I'm telling you, we got some cool stuff. We've picked out some really cool songs. It's going to be a 2-set show. The first set will be nice, dude. Nice. Yeah, that's incredible. Wow, I'm humbled, man. Thank you, Dom. That's pretty snazzy looking. So we're gonna do a 2-set show, Tony. We're gonna do 1 set of like a potluck. We'll do all kinds of cool stuff. I'll give you a little hint. In the set so far, we have some Aerosmith, we have some Jane's Addiction, we have some Bad Company, we have some Rolling Stones. We got all kinds of cool stuff. So we're gonna do 1 set like that, and then the second set is gonna be all Grateful Dead Bob Weir songs. We're doing a Bob Weir tribute set. So, again, that's on March 20th. Please do come on down. PMP Familia, the door's wide open. We'd love to see you at the Brisbane Inn. And, again, back to Peralta Arts and Company. You see what he's doing here for the gig. He's, like, doing this awesome, like, new logo for Polymac and Friends. And the idea behind Polymac and Friends and just a rotating cast of musicians, we're just bringing in new people to play all the time. So we'll continue that on the 20th. And your story, whatever your story might be, Tony, deserves bold visuals. Peralta Arts and Company can bring them alive with Bay Area soul. Contact Peralta Arts and bring your vision to life. Dominic at stellar.design. One thing I don't think we talk enough about Dom and like his artistry is that this guy works in a pretty up-tempo fashion. Considering like how quickly he turns things around. I know I saw Patty all excited about the new Broads of PMP logo, although I think it says Ladies of PMP, being a little politically correct on the shirt and the logo, but it is, and I actually want to get one of those shirts too when Dom is finished sprucing that thing up. So if you're listening, you're watching the show and you're like, you know what? I'm an independent contractor. I have my own ad agency, but I need a good art director. Talk to Dom, dude. He's sitting right here. Put him to work for you, man. Lease him out some work and let him bring your next campaign to life. That's just one idea. Maybe you're in the marketing game. Maybe I keep thinking about this, like people that have like parents that are celebrating like their 50th anniversary. Dude, do a customized poster for that. Do a customized poster for your office party. Like think outside the box and give Dom an assignment and he will crush it for you. I guarantee it. So again, reach out to Dom Peralta anytime, 650-796-3144 or email Dominic at stellar.design. Tony.
Paulie, we also, Dom and I have been talking about, we're going to hopefully have an announcement about our next PMP hang, which would probably most likely involve Giants baseball. Yep. And we're going to get artwork involved going about that. And I can't wait going around that. And I can't wait to see what Dom comes up with in regards to Giants baseball in the 2026 campaign. So again, it just goes to show you the creativity that flows through this dude. Yeah. Like you said, man, hire him to do something special for your family or for, your wife or your husband or your friends or your parents or kids or whatever. Dom's there to help. And the creativity flows through him, man. And it's like, I don't know. I feel so lucky to have him on the show because we can bounce ideas off him, and he never swats down ideas. He's all about, as Neil Donardi puts it, he calls it freestyling. All about freestyling, and then the goodness that comes from a good freestyling session, and that's what's happening with the Polymac and Friends logo right here. That's what's happened with stuff we've made for all of our hangs, for the holiday frolic, and what we're gonna do for our next PMP hang. So Dom, thanks for all the work, brother. And again, if you want to contact Dom, 650-796-3144, 650-796-3144, or email Dominic at stellar.design. Thanks, Dom.
Yeah, thank you, Dom, for all you do. And it's good to see. It looks like Escobar is going to have some work for Dom soon for his band merch and stuff. And he'll crush it for you, Escobar. He'll freaking crush it. Okay, back to the matters at hand. Tony, do you want to do, you said you had a top 3 today, right?
I do. I don't know if, we have a top 3. But
yeah, you're in charge. Yeah.
Well, no, but I also just want to give like a double guns to the former MLB Players Association Executive Director Tony Clark, real quick, because
go ahead, break this. Yeah, we should have talked about. Well, we should have done a lot of things we couldn't get on the air last night. So talk about Tony Clark. Go ahead.
Not only was he siphoning money from the Major League Baseball Players Association to his own personal Players Way, which is a youth baseball initiative. He was taking millions from that to help this Players Way thing, dude. Having an affair with his sister-in-law. So, like, you want to talk about scumbag level, like
that's douche. That's like what we like to call douchebaggery of the highest order, right there. Hooking up with your say it again, your sister-in-law. Damn,
sister-in-law. So it's like, dude, what a scumbag. What a scumbag. And the fact that he was representing the Players Association, if I'm a Major League Baseball player, I feel like I've been duped for years having this guy speak for me. Right. And now what's going to happen with the players, with the stoppage, the rumored stoppage next year? It's going to be very interesting to see how this all shakes down in baseball, because the Dodgers are just, deferring every single cent, it seems like, to players left and right. There's desperate need for a salary cap in baseball, which is going to lead to a work stoppage in 2027. Who knows what's going to happen with the Players Association? This is all just a mess, dude. And the fact that that Tony Clark and the Players Association is under federal investigation, Jesus Christ, man. And then the guy's sleeping with his sister-in-law at the same time. Like, it's just douchebaggery to the highest extent, dude. And I just wanted to give double guns to Tony Clark today, Paulie. That's all.
I do too. I'll second that. And I want to say, the Hump Daddies are saying it right now. I don't have a good feeling about baseball right now, dude. I think you know where this is heading. This is heading to another play stoppage. And I worry that because I'm old enough, and Tony is too, that I remember 94, man. Like when they had that stoppage in 94, look what it did to Matt Williams, who was chasing history that year, and he probably would have caught history and written some new history of his own. What's else crazy about 94? I think the Montreal Expos, who still existed at that time, were smoking hot, and they might have been the best team in baseball. They never got to fulfill their destiny, whatever that would have been that year for them. And now there's no such thing as Montreal Expos, obviously. So I just worry that baseball is not in a healthy enough place nationally that they can really afford to do this right now. But I think that there is going to be a stoppage. What do you think about this, T?
I definitely think there's going to be a stoppage. And I saw some disturbing video from Bryce Harper and somebody else in MLB. Oh, Manny Machado saying, I love the Dodgers. I love what the Dodgers are doing and their farm system. It's like, dude, what are you talking about with their farm system? They're spending millions on show. They're deferring hundreds of millions of dollars on Shohei Ohtani. I mean, they're not technically doing anything illegal, but they are definitely exposing a loophole, and they're taking advantage of a loophole that needs to be closed, that needs to be changed. Change the freaking rules, change it all, and stop teams like the Dodgers from doing this, man. Like it's ruining baseball. Like
go ahead.
It's an all-star team, and dude, tip my cap to the Toronto Blue Jays for taking them 7 games last World Series, which was a great World Series. I mean, God, I feel like the entire baseball world was rooting for Toronto outside of Dodger fans. And so I don't know, man. I'm just I love baseball so much, and it pisses me off that that's where this game is.
Me too.
Right now.
Me too. It sucks. Awesome. I'm already preemptively angry about what's coming down the pike here. And I see a lot of people on the board right now who are worried as well. Here's an example. Escobar Cheeks III, one of our favorite guys. He goes, guess what? 1994, that was the last calendar year where baseball was actually my favorite sport. And here's the problem. I think you could actually draw a comparison between the state of Major League Baseball today, right now in 2026, and the state of terrestrial radio. It's kind of like two things that are slowly starting to dry up. And I know baseball's popular with us, but we grew up with baseball. So the thing is, what is the future of MLB? Because kids growing up today, by and large, they do not care about the game of baseball. I'm telling you right now. I know Tony's got kids playing. And when you're involved in Little League and stuff, it feels like everything's super healthy. But in a broad sense, in a national sense, kids are not consuming baseball like we did growing up. It used to be the most popular sport in America. As unthinkable as this is, even like in the 1970s when I was a little kid, baseball was more popular than the NFL. Like it was the sport, like Reggie Jackson in the World Series. Like I remember when he hit those 3 home runs against the Dodgers on 3 swings, by the way. It's freaking insane. Like I can't tell you how big the game was. The entire schoolyard the next day would be talking about like Dave Parker at the 79 All-Star game, gunning guys down from the outfield. And it's just not like that anymore. Kids play video games. Kids love football. Kids love the NBA. So I guess my long-winded point here, Tony, is I think they're going to really, really regret this if they do have a stoppage, because they're not doing themselves any favor. It's not like there's a generation behind us that loves baseball. It's become more of a niche thing with kids. Most kids nationally, they don't care. They don't pay attention anymore.
It bums me out to no extent, Paulie, and it also bums me out too because that was a tremendous World Series and postseason. And the Giants were not a part of it, of course, and I was still knee deep in it. I just hate the fact that they're going to head to for a work stoppage when I feel like that was a great World Series and hopefully drew people back into the game. Right? I just don't. I don't know. I don't know what to expect moving forward. And now the MLB Players Association is a freaking mess at the top. And I have sound from the Dodgers, by the way.
The rules are there ain't no rules.
That's basically they're like, hey, we're going to keep doing it until the rules change. And it's like, again, they're not doing anything illegal, but it's just ruining the game because you've got a payroll that's just off the charts. Their luxury tax that they have to pay this season, Paulie, is bigger than a lot of teams' payrolls. So the entire payrolls. So it's just ridiculous, man.
I want to ask you a question, and then we got to do a few more sponsors, and then we can wrap up the show today. But follower 795 made a comment. I want to bounce this off you. He says travel ball is what's killing baseball. And I want to just make a quick comment from my own perspective, and I'm going to hand this over to you, Tony. When my son James was young, he was an all-star catcher. He made all-stars as a catcher, and he loved the game and stuff. And I remember being at some of those all-star games when the all-star team was playing. Some of these travel ball dads and parents would start like trying to recruit James through me, and it was like a turnoff. I'm like, I didn't like the whole thing. I just didn't like the whole approach. And they're like, hey, we've been watching James, we love what he's doing behind the dish, man. He should be playing travel ball. And I was like, can we just let this kid be a freaking kid for 5 seconds? He was like 10. I think he was like 10 and 11 when he made All-Stars. I was so proud of him. It was a big deal. He had the red, white, and blue jersey and all that. Like, it was awesome, with his name on the back. And he was super proud of that. But I was kind of creeped out by the way they try to recruit these travel ball kids. And for the record, my son never did that. He didn't play travel ball. I didn't really want him to. How do you feel about that? Do you think travel ball is killing the sport?
I think it's not good for the sport. And Paulie, I coach quote unquote travel ball. We're going, you guys know we're going to Cooperstown in July. But one of the reasons that I coach with my buddy Gary and Ty and Keenan, that we coach this team, is that we can kind of keep it under control and make sure it doesn't go off the rails like a lot of these travel. Dude, I just got an email. There are tournaments that have been going on all winter long on these turf fields, and they play not rain or shine, but they play when it's rain in the forecast or it's rained, or maybe rain is coming or rain is happening. They'll still play these tournaments because they are it's gold. They're gold mines. These tournaments are gold mines because people pay these like these Twin Creeks facilities to use the fields. And all the teams have to pay. It's all people discovered that they could make money off of kids playing sports.
It's creepy, dude. It's creepy to me. And I think
hold on real quick. Don't get me started on girls volleyball, dude, because the girls volleyball.
I hadn't even thought of that. Yeah, go ahead.
The girls volleyball travel scene makes baseball seem like it's nothing, because we coach this team because we want to keep costs down. All we do is charge the families what it costs, to enter tournaments. And we only play a certain amount of tournaments because we don't want it to get off the rails. And we all collectively contribute together to keep costs at minimal. Dude, girls volleyball, travel volleyball, it's between 6,000 and 10,000 a year to just be on the team. That doesn't include
that's a big fee. Yeah.
That doesn't include travel. That doesn't include like airfare. It doesn't include hotel. Doesn't include the tournament fees.
Meals. How about feeding these kids? That costs money. All that stuff. Yeah.
It's such a scam, dude. And it's like, what are we doing, man? And all these kids, like the small percentage of kids are going to play collegiately, and then the smallest percentage of those kids are going to play professionally. So it's just insane. And you walk into these volleyball tournaments, Paulie, and it's this huge, I don't know, warehouse or convention center, and it's just nets everywhere and whistles everywhere and balls everywhere. And by the way, they don't even pay officials and referees for these tournaments. They have the girls be the referees and the line judges when they're not playing in their own games.
No,
It's
it-
insanity.
And I think a result of all that stuff, Tony, is from what I observed anyway, is you wind up damaging the kid's love of the sport. Like if you force a kid to play baseball year round and you never give the kid a break, like they're going to wind up like resenting it and resenting the sport and not liking the sport because it becomes a job. And a 10 or 11-year-old kid is too young to have a job like that where it becomes.
You know what I'm really tired of hearing from people is, well, you're not going to make your high school team if you don't play on a travel team. And that's what it's become. Like now families are so scared that their kids are not going to make a high school roster.
Yeah.
You can have a great kid that's just dominating on the field. And it's like, well, what travel team does he play on or she play on? Well, no, she doesn't play or he doesn't play. Oh, whoa. Big red flag. It's like, why is it red flag? How about just take the kid at face value? I want to show you something else too. I put this in bookmark. And I did not know we were going to talk about this today, but I put it in bookmarks. Look at this. And then I feel bad for this kid, but I wanted to show you this because it's just, I saw this. I'm like, oh God, we got to talk about this. Look at this kid. Okay. You see this little kid?
I do. Oh,
look at this. Look at all of the crap this kid has.
This kid can't be older than freaking 9 years old right here. That's a young kid too.
Holly,
No big.
2 sets of I'm gonna turn the music down because I think it's got profanity in it. Hang on.
Oh my
One
God.
second. Look at this poor kid. Okay. And I don't blame the kid. I actually feel sorry for the kid. Look at the batting gloves. Look at the 2 sets of sunglasses on his head.
Look at the 75 necklaces he's wearing. How many chains does this kid have on?
Look at this kid.
Dude.
And now here, dude. You ready for the cherry on the crap Sunday, Paulie?
I guess. I'm afraid, but bring it.
Look at the mitts. The sliding mitts.
Christ, dude.
He's got one tucked into the back of his pants, then he's got one in his back pocket, then he's got the little flare, little drippy whatever thing hanging out of his back pants. Like, I mean, dude, and then he's got the arm guard too, the elbow guard. He's got an elbow guard, dude. Like, but Paulie, I see this on kids, not to this extent, thank God, but I see this on kids all the time at tournaments. I'm like, what?
I would be, if I was coaching these kids, you know what I would say? I would say, take your freaking oven mitts and let's throw them in the garbage can and light them on fire. And then I would start showing them highlights of Ricky Henderson. Ricky Henderson, the greatest base stealer in the history of baseball. Guess what? Never wore an elbow guard, never wore a freaking oven mitt. He was just out there playing ball. I think kids think you have to have that gear now to actually play the sport. You really don't. Tony, how many times did you wear oven mitts on the base paths?
Never. And our kids on our team are not allowed to use them. We've had a couple kids show up and we're like, nope, not on this team.
Good.
Not on this team. Put it away. We're not having it.
Good.
So, again, Paulie, this kid's wearing batting gloves and then he has other batting gloves tucked into his pants. You see that on his hip?
I saw it. Yeah.
It's insanity, dude. And it's not this kid's fault. It's the parents that are just, oh, you want this? You want that? You want this? You want that? Oh, this is going to get you flair. This is going to get you looks. This is going to get you noticed. Like, dude, this is all crap. You want to talk about cut the crap, Paulie. Cut the crap. God, man, you really touched a nerve with me today because I didn't know.
I know. I didn't mean to. And by the way, Tony, speaking of touching nerves, let's talk about Dr. Matt Young and Young Dental, because he'll do everything in his power not to make contact with a nerve when you're in the dental chair. We are here to talk about Dr. Matt Young. You can keep this kid up the whole time. Let's get this kid.
I'm going to say Dr. Young's son plays baseball and it goes to a high school with my nieces and nephew. Dr. Young's son, I promise you, doesn't get all decked out in this crap to play baseball at SI. I
wouldn't want to wear all that crap trying to play. How can you feel loose and like comfortable and athletic when you got like 73 chains on, you got 100 different accessories tucked into your pants? Like, I don't know how you can actually play sports like that. But in any case, Dr. Matt Young he's old school San Francisco. He doesn't buy in for all this kind of stuff. And he is the official dentist of the PMP show. We've talked about this many times. Located in Union Square in San Francisco, 490 Post Street. Listen, addressing all of your dental needs. Maybe you need a checkup. Check. He's got you covered. Maybe you got a toothache. You're worried you got a cavity. Check. He can do that for you like in a quick afternoon. You're home free with a filling. You're feeling good. Call Dr. Young, 415-392-8611. Monster baseball fan too, for real. Like if you wonder, like, I don't want to go to the dentist. I'm going to have like nothing to talk about with this guy. That's where you're wrong. You want to talk ball, you go sit down with Dr. Matt Young. He'll talk ball with you till the cows come home, man. He's like Tony. He's a very, very passionate baseball fan. He was very active in his son Joe's Little League years. They used to play a lot of games out on Treasure Island, as a matter of fact. And I used to wonder, how does Dr. Young get from his office? He's fighting tooth and nail through like rush hour traffic to get over to Treasure Island to play ball. He did it all the time. 25 years in the business, tons of experience, one of the most decorated implant dentists in the entire country. He's the president of the American Academy of Implant Dentistry, gives lectures around the country about, because that is something he specializes in, implant surgery and implant restorations. Also accepts pretty much all the big insurance plans. So if you just had to switch, I know a lot of people did during open enrollment and stuff like that, you should be good. I mean, call the office and check, but you should be good. He accepts pretty much all of the major insurance plans out there. And again, comprehensive dental care across the board, Tony. Cleanings, fillings, implants, like I said, veneers, orthodontics, emergency care, the great team down. Yeah, dude. Again, Tony, keeping up with our theme of surrounding ourselves with handsome men to try and improve our own stature. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
Keep that up there. No, just keep that up there. He's such a handsome guy. I'm going to hand it over to you, Tony. You can speak about some of your experiences. I know you saw him recently.
Yeah, I saw him recently. My wife Megan and the kids have seen him recently. They came back and they're like, damn, that was really, really fun. Dr. Young is a great, great guy. And again, it's the chill vibe of a Dr. Young. We talk about this. There's no stress. And they are fully aware that people don't enjoy going to the dentist, and fully aware that people aren't exactly thrilled. Oh, you're going to work on my mouth. You're going to go drill my teeth. You're going to do. They're fully aware of that, and they turn it. It's like they're like Jedis there, man. They turn it to where it's like, yeah, you enjoy going there, and you actually are like,
you enjoy myself. Go ahead.
Totally, dude. Totally.
Yeah.
But yes, you enjoy myself 100%.
I'm going out there on your own behalf. I figured like if you wanted to say it, you were hesitant, I would do it for you. Shout out, you enjoy myself. Tony, go ahead.
And by the way, Fish just announced tour dates. And by the way, Dix is back. We're happy that Fish Dix is back.
Where are they playing in the Bay, Tony? That's my primary concern.
No West Coast dates have been announced yet. These are just East Coast states. They're doing 5 nights at MSG in July. By the way,
I understand. Don't sleep on summertime shows at the Garden. Some of my favorite Garden shows of all time are summertime shows. I love that. I love summertime.
Max Medina texted a group thread earlier today. He says, I'm freaking out about the last 4 nights of MSG in July because it goes Rush, Fish, 4 straight nights in MSG at the end of July.
Whoa. Hold the freaking phone for a second. Are you telling me there literally is a Fish show and the next day there's a Rush show at the Garden?
Yes.
That's insane. That's going to blow Max's head off. Yeah.
Totally. I'm looking for the text message. I can't find the text message right now. Oh, there it is right there. It says, yeah. By the way, Bon Jovi. So Bon Jovi, July 21st at MSG. Fish, July 22nd. Bon Jovi, July 23rd. Fish, July 24th and 25th. Bon Jovi, July 26th. Fish, July 27th. Rush, July 28th. Fish, July 29th. Rush, July 30th.
I'll make a call right now. I'm going to make a call right now. Here it comes from the lips of Polly Mac to creative Tony Ryan's ears. Either Alex Lifeson or Geddy Lee is going to sit in with Fish. I'm calling that right now. Just be ready.
Polly,
that's going to happen.
I know we're in the middle of a
Dr. Young. But you can, by the way, let me tie it all together. If you went into Dr. Young's office and you're like, you know what, Dr. Young, I'm in the mood for some Rush. Grab me moving pictures and throw it on the headphones. He'll do that for you. Or you might say, like, you know what I need? I need like a Fish show from like 1997. Make it happen. He'll come back with the headphones and you'll be listening to either or. Tony, finish your original thought. I'm sorry.
No. My original thought is Fish. I've always asked this to like people that go deeper on Fish than I do, and I go pretty deep, but like Max goes very deep on Fish. I've asked them, why hasn't Fish ever covered Rush? Because they're
going to now they're going to. I
never covered Rush, Paulie. They've never covered, and I've always thought they just feel like Rush is like untouchable.
It's hard to cover Rush. It's not easy to play their stuff. It's really not.
Right. So it'd be interesting to see if there's crossover. If we could get a Jovi, Rush, Fish session on stage together at some point during one of the 3 bands shows, that's like incredible, dude. That's incredible. And by the way, tying it back into Dr. Young, Hey, Dr. Young, can you set me up a playlist of Bon Jovi, Rush, then Fish, please, for the session with you today? He would do it.
Dude, my man Markoulis is coming in. He just dropped the atom bomb. Ready for the band? We're going to combine everybody. Frush. Dude, Frush.
Or Paulie, Bon Frush. Bon Frush. Okay.
Dude, Frush. That's amazing, dude. By the way, what the blank is a royal frush. That's a whole other conversation. By the way.
Dude,
That's
a blank is a frush.
Whole other conversation. What the F is a royal frush? If you've seen Nerds, you know what I'm talking about. Revenge of the Nerds. Okay. Yeah. By the way, Don Peralta checking in. Hey, Dr. Young, do you have any Exodus? Let's make that happen. Dr. Young, do you have any Motorhead? He would make it happen. I'm confident. Anyway, call Dr. Young. He's such a great guy. He's such a great dentist. Super chill dude. You've seen the handsome face. You've seen the tan, the pearly whites. The guy's a freaking rock star, the official dentist of the PNP community. And all kidding aside, Familia, go see him. You're going to be thanking me when you did. 415-392-8611. And Tony, let's get into the final moments of the show. We still got to give Carlos De La Fuente some love as well. But I kind of forget where we were. We did the travel ball thing, and did you want to do
Tony Clark? Tony Clark.
Yes, thank you.
The douchebaggery of Tony Clark led us into that whole travel ball side topic that we don't have to revisit. We've said what we've needed to say. People that are like, I see the robot centaurs. Megan Centaur said that they're just about to start T-ball with their son. Megan, Fareed, now's the time to grab hold and get out in front of it, and don't let it happen. Don't let it happen. If you have the time to coach or assistant coach or be coach number 3 or number 4, do it so you have a say in what goes down, because there are some people out there that they are hell-bent on having baseball dominate their child's life.
But I guarantee you the kid's not going to love the game after that. I don't care. You can't force feed a kid a sport year round and expect them to love it. I just think these parents are out of control. I was a total lone wolf.
Paulie, here's the thing. The parents, sorry to cut you off, but I blame the parents big time, because kids see the kids that come from parents that get them anything they want. The oven mitts, the kid that you just saw. Other kids see this kid and they say, "Mom, Dad, can I get another?" "Mom, but Joey has this." But and it's like it's really hard to deflect. It's really hard to fight that fight of keeping the purity and keeping the sanity in youth sports, because of certain parents that will just be like, "Oh yeah, you want an oven mitt? Sure. Oh, you want a second oven mitt? Great. You want a second pair of batting gloves? Cool. Oh, you want your 7th necklace? Awesome. Here, let's go get you one. You want sliding pads underneath your pants? Sure. You want 3 sets of Oakley blades? Sure." Like, no, seriously, dude. It's by
the way, they're not giving those away. That's about $100+ per pair. Those Oakley blades.
Minimum, Paulie.
Yeah.
Minimum, dude. Yeah. Anyways, man, you just touched a nerve. So it's like, I'm looking forward to Cooperstown, and I'm looking forward to all this stuff. But at the end of the day, too, I'm also looking forward to stepping away.
And God, you have to, dude. That's why there's seasonal sports, man. That's why the pros don't play year round. There's a football season. There's a basketball. There's a hockey season. There's a baseball. Don't make it a year round thing, parents. At least I would never dream of doing something like that. And by the way, Tony, you said it, you have to fight that fight. Let me just check a few boxes real quick. Shout out. This has never been done on PNP airwaves before. A band I'm about to shout out. They're from Canada, by the way. Ready? Shout out Triumph. Fight the good fight. Fight the good fight. Also, shout out Metallica, Fight Fire with Fire. And then shout out Public Enemy, Fight the Power. Fight the power. You got to fight the powers that be. Fight the power. Yeah.
Hey, Paulie, speaking of fighting the good fight, hey, Niners, maybe you should call up Bruce Dickinson and ask Iron Maiden if you can borrow Eddie the airplane for next season. Okay,
dude. Because now, if you can get Bruce Dickinson as the official pilot of the San Francisco 49ers, now I'd change in my mind. Now I'm changing my mind. If you got Dickinson, dude, I think we did a bookmark last year about Dickinson he wears a pilot suit, dude, when he flies the Iron Maiden tour plane around. I mean, imagine that, dude.
Dude, it's incredible. I mean, we're riffing on this, you guys, but it's because we talked about it earlier. The Niners are going to be flying 38,000 miles this year, more than any team has ever flown in the history of the NFL. And Hey, let's have the Niners be the guinea pigs. Let's have the Niners do it first. Okay, great.
Yeah.
And Goodell, happy birthday, Goodell, by the way. It's his 67th birthday, along with Tony Iommi, along with Dave Wakeling, Smokey Robinson, 86 today, by the way, Paulie.
God bless Smoke. I saw Smokey once. The guy brought me to tears. It was, I'm not even kidding, dude. It was insane how moving his performance was. Yeah.
I love Smokey. Benicio del Toro, 59 today, Paulie. Have you seen the latest movie with Benicio del Toro?
I've seen it. I've watched it twice already. You kind of got to watch that one twice. There's so much coming at you that I got to be honest with you. I enjoyed it more the second time. I recommend a second viewing. I do.
Okay, you know it's funny. I'm enjoying Stranger Things the second time through. So Millie Bobby Brown, the character 11 in Stranger Things. She's 22 today. Great birthdays today, Paulie. And Jeff Daniels, who just made a freaking appearance on the show Shrinking. Jeff Daniels' birthday today. Paulie, get into Shrinking. Please get into Shrinking, dude.
I will. I got a long list of stuff I'm trying to check off here. And by the way, I want to shout out Matt Stenson, Thin Lizzy fighting. Great call, brother. Yeah. Not enough Thin Lizzy getting talked about in these parts, and I'm here for that. Okay.
Hold on, Paulie, because we love Celebrini. We love this whole Celebrini family.
We do.
Falco's birthday today, Paulie, 69. Celebrini. Celebrini.
Totally.
Right?
Totally.
Oh, come on, Ricky Celebrini. So happy birthday to Falco, the inspiration for the Celebrini song. Paulie, that's it. But back to the Niners. I still don't understand why, like, people have said, teams have played 2 international games. It was who was it? The Jaguars played back-to-back weeks in London. That's not the same as Australia and Mexico City, and then going to New York, and then going to Kansas City, and then going to Atlanta and Dallas and wherever else they're going for the season. And then also the Minnesota Vikings played 2 international games. One was in London, and then the other one was in I think Ireland, right? And it was back-to-back weeks. They stayed over there for the 2 weeks. The Niners are doing 38,000. They're going to Australia, and I saw that the game's gonna be played on a Wednesday, the first week of the season. Like, what are we doing, man?
Wednesday. Yeah, they have no regard for the players. I know they forget that this is the human body, can only stand so much. By the way, NorCal Refrigeration HVAC just coming in with a little like reality check. Hey, y'all, Niners looking at 9-7 next year. You probably pretty close to being right about that, dude, because this stuff, the wear and tear that's going to cause. How about the wear and tear we're causing the PMP Familiar right now, going deep on a freaking Thursday. Here's what I want to do.
Last thing, Paulie. Happy birthday to Dave Stewart, Dave Smoke Stewart, 69 years old today. Dave Stewart.
Nice, dude. Give me a guy like Dave Stewart today, just intimidating the life out of the batters with that stare he had, dude.
100%. I loved how dude, a lot of times he'd throw you fastball first pitch and challenge you, saying, I'm bringing you heat.
Hit it.
I dare you to hit it.
Here it comes. Yeah.
And then also Paulie the Joker, Jokic is 31 today. So those are some birthdays today, some fun birthdays today, Paulie.
I appreciate that. And speaking of fun, you know who else is fun? My main man, Carlos De La Fuente in Flex Funding. Carlos De La Fuente, fun, as Chris Russo would say. Fun. Flex Funding, fun. All right, I want to talk about Carlos. We're going to wrap the show after the Carlos spot, and we'll resume. Thank you. We'll resume tomorrow at high noon.
We'll reconvene.
We'll do all the rewords. We'll reconvene. We'll replenish. We'll do it all, and we'll see you at high noon tomorrow. But first, let's talk Carlos Flex Funding. I told you he's going to be hanging out with one of my Jersey friends tonight. Eugene, legendary kid Eugene, will be in the hands of a De La Fuente as they go out and hit the town in Scottsdale. My buddy Christian has never been to Scottsdale before. He's in for a treat because Thursday nights in Scottsdale are a lot of fun. Again, I've always likened it, and I'm not the only one, but I liken it to it's spring break for adults, or like spring break for parents. You go to Scottsdale, you get crazy for a few days, you catch some Giants ball, and you basically hit the bars and have a good time. Great restaurants, great food, great weather, generally speaking. But Carlos is on hand, monster Giant fan. We had him on the show Tuesday. Dare I say, Carlos was the highlight of that show with all of his reporting from Scottsdale. And I liked it so much. I told him I want to do it again next Tuesday. I said, Carlos, be ready for an encore because we don't have a correspondent at Scottsdale, and he is now the official PMP Giant Spring Training correspondent. Tony, yes.
What the whole underlying theme for just the Carlos De La Fuente, the person, Paulie, is passion, right? He is so passionate about baseball. He's so passionate about what he does for a living, and he's passionate about like human connection, dude, which is great. It's literally why Carlos is as good at what he does, dude. He is all about the human connection, and he's passionate about it. He was texting me, was it yesterday or the day before, stuff about high school baseball, and I'm like, damn, Los, you're taking me back to my like high school days and childhood about how much I loved high school baseball and how much I love college baseball. But it's all based on passion, Paulie, and that's what you can resume now. But I just wanted to just, I don't know, give you the common denominator of Carlos de la Fuente is how passionate of a dude he is. That's all.
Tony's all about passion. Tony tries to employ passion into everything he does. He puts passion into his radio show. He puts passion into coaching. Dare I say, Creative Tony puts passion into his lovemaking. I would go that far as well.
I knew you were going there, dude.
I had to. Someone needs to say it. Nothing wrong with a little lovemaking on a Thursday afternoon. Tony's a very passionate lovemaker.
Well, Paulie, hey, the U.S. women pulled the goalie today, and they ended up winning the game. Okay.
I thank God they didn't listen to me. I don't like pulling the goalie. It sucks. And they pulled their goalie and they freaking tie the game. And that's what it's all about. Okay.
Yeah.
Carlos de la Fuente, though, is passionate about helping the PNP community. And he has done so many times over. And that really does make me happy. The fact that we've been able to like kind of help each other out. And we have a lot of people here that have knocked on Carlos's door. And if you're thinking about doing it, I encourage you to do that. 925-250-4894. Email Carlos anytime. Carlos@myflexnow.com. And again, he is our money man. I mean, he handles all finances related to real estate, residential, commercial. Think about it like this. Anything financial, he's a one-stop shop. He can do personal loans, just put some money in your pocket. He can do private money loans, HELOC loans, home equity lines of credit. There are a lot of different ways to skin a cat, as they say, and there are a lot of different ways to scrape up a little extra money, and a lot of ways you probably have no idea, and neither do I. That's why Carlos is out there helping people like me, like you, like Corinne. If it is just a matter of, yeah, dude, I'm tapped out. I need some cash in my pocket right now. I'm like, this is going to be a rough year. Talk to Carlos about a private money loan, man. There's a lot of different ways to achieve that. Tony with the trust poster, thanks to Dom. And that is probably the most critical element, I would say, when you're dealing with a money professional who's like involved in your finances and like trying to protect your money or give you financial advice. You have to have that trust. And with Carlos, we've hung out with this guy enough times now. I trust him, tenfold. And he's just a super cool guy. San Francisco native, old school guy too. Sacred Heart guy, which is kind of rare around here. This is like an SI dominated community. It seems like not for Carlos. He's bringing that SH flavor to the mix. And so again, if it's time for you to get a private money loan, if it's time for you to consider a HELOC loan, if you just need some cash in your pocket, talk to Carlos. And again, other great things about Carlos. He has a great lender that he's partnered with. So it's going to be a smooth operation. It'll be a timely operation. He can usually, once you start a deal with Carlos, he can usually close it like within 7 or 8 days, which is pretty up tempo in that business. No appraisal fees, no hidden escrow fees, title fees, stuff like that. The fast closings I mentioned. He gets great reviews on Yelp and on Google. So go check out some of those reviews as well. And I just want to say thank you, Carlos. You've been a phenomenal partner. You're a great friend, and we love having you on the PNP show. Thank you, brother.
Hey, Paulie, I've always wondered, maybe we should ask Carlos if he's on the chat, or if not, I'm going to text him. I wonder if his ringtone is Smooth Operator by Sade, because that would be good. If it's just when people call him, it's all of a sudden Smooth Operator. Because, dude, you mentioned Carlos is a smooth operator, and he's so smooth, dude, and he cares, man. It comes through. He cares about you. He wants to make sure that it's a win-win situation for all involved. Paul, you're about to say something.
Quick question. I know you're saying like, he's smooth operator Sade. Do you ever listen to Sade during your passionate lovemaking session?
No.
I'm just a lot of questions about Tony's lovemaking today, but these are things people need to know, including me. Yeah.
No, but maybe I should. Paul.
I'll put on look into it. Yeah,
I'll put on some Hermanos Gutierrez. Is what I've been listening to lately, Paul. Some Hermanos Gutierrez.
Okay,
check
whatever.
them out. Yeah. Check them out. They're phenomenal, dude. But Paulie, back to Carlos de la Fuente. Is that the guy handles all types of real estate mortgages and financing related to real estate mortgages, both residential and commercial. Okay. and including purchases, refinances, HELOCs, reverse mortgages, Alt-A loans, VA loans. Like the guy can handle, if you're 1099 recently self-employed, like Paulie and I, 1099 loans, the guy can handle it. The hashtag one-stop shop, Paulie. And you mentioned the personal loans as well. From 50 grand to 500 grand. Lowe's can talk to you. Give him a call. He will go the distance, like cake going the distance. He's going for speed. All alone. All alone. Yeah. Did it. Anyways, give a call. You can email him, carlos@myflexnow.com, but we highly recommend a phone call, 925-250-4894. Get the vibes. Feel the passion of, like Cool Runnings. Feel the rhythm. Feel the ride. Get on up. It's Carlos time. Cool Runnings. Like it's Carlos De La Fuente, 925-250-4894. Paulie, sorry, I went off on a couple of tangents.
No, it's great, dude. It's great. We do have to wrap. We're going to wrap the show right now, but I will say this. I think we have stumbled into a future music assignment topic, lovemaking songs. Favorite songs to enjoy lovemaking to. So that we'll save that one for a rainy day. We'll come back to that one. I want to say thank you to all of our sponsors. If we missed you last night, we gave you love today. Tomorrow, we'll give an extra big bear hug to the good people down at Longbridge Pizza. We love Longbridge as well. But we literally checked every single box with our sponsors today. Also want to thank the PMP Familia for bearing with us and giving us a pass on last night. We tried. We just couldn't make it happen. Tony, go ahead. What's your final Yes.
You happened to mention Neil Donardi and Longbridge Pizza at the same moment that Neil just texted me saying that he's been snipped and it was not painless. So
that's what I'm saying. Listen, don't listen to Tony at all. I'm telling you right now. Yeah. I remember my buddy Dan Dibley. We all know Dan Dibley, right? He was a Murph and Matt guy at the very beginning of our show. Dan was part of that show. Tony, back in the day when they used to actually do sports updates, what a concept. Imagine sports updates on a sports station. They did away with that. So Dan moved on to 95.7 The Game. God bless him. I saw him at Radio Row. It was good to see him. He looked good. Dan slimmed down, dude. By the way, he just had a new kid. Dan Dibley's raising a kid right now. I was like, bro, I mean, congratulations and everything, but I don't envy that at my age, at my senior age. But, dude, my point is Dan Dibley got snipped when we were working together. Dude, he was literally walking down the hall with an ice pack on his junk. And I'm like, this does not look like something I want to go through. So Tony's like, yeah, you don't feel a thing. I'm not buying it. As Tony Salvador would say, they're not buying it, guy. They're not buying it.
It was the procedure was painless. The weekend of icing, it was a little uncomfortable, but worth it in the long haul. If you want to talk long-term lovemaking, it's a good decision. That's all I'm going to say. Paulie, we have another some business time as we wrap up here.
Business time. I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say it's time for business.
We have Red Jet Shell, and talk about ending the show on a great note. As a great super Red Jet Shell, new to the program. Love having you on board the PMP Familia. Red Jet Shell, she says, my way of saying, let's go Team USA. She's a super. Thank you so much for the super Red Jet Shell. Paulie, I also want to welcome everybody over on Instagram Live. I'm seeing some names on Instagram Live. I'm seeing Giants DJ M56.
What's up, y'all?
I'm seeing Puro Pinche 49ers is on the board. I haven't seen that before. Nicholas Staley 71, nice. Explosivio, Annie Oak, Richard Zander. I'm also seeing Paulie, our friends.
Richard Zander, any relation to Robin? Got to ask real quick. Richard Zander, are you related to Robin Zander? One of my favorite vocalists of all time with Cheap Trick. Beautiful voice. He can scream. He can sing. He can do it all. Tony, go ahead.
Well, can they wear a purple velvet suit like Robin Zander?
Probably not, dude. Probably not. He's one of the few that can pull that off.
Agreed, Paulie. And also our friends only in the green room are over on Instagram Live watching. So all of y'all on Instagram Live, thank you for watching because Twitter can't get their heads out of their ass. Elon cannot get their heads.
I'll tell you what, I'll come pulling up in a car with Escobar, with Rags. We'll surround Musk's, compound if we have to. Drag his ass out of there and force him to repair his platform. Come on, man. And I apologize to Twitter. Believe me, this is not us. They've been having problems. This is week 2 now. And as soon as they get back to normal, running order, we'll get the show back on Twitter. But in the meantime, just come on over to YouTube, or you can watch it on Instagram or anywhere else you want to. But we're working on Twitter, but it ain't us. That's Musk.
Hey, by the way, Paulie, we're paying money per month to be premium. Yeah. And this is the crap we're dealing with Elon. Elon, get your head out of your ass. You just around again. You got to just. How about Rob Manfred, Roger Goodell, and Elon Musk? Why don't we all ship them off with Brandon Ayuk, and they can all go hang out somewhere on an island together? Okay, how about all of them? Go,
and then maybe they can enjoy some lovemaking amongst themselves. You know what I mean?
And you know what? Hey, send Michael Irvin with them too, because he hates San Francisco so much. Send Irvin along with them too. Okay. Adios, Michael Irvin. Pack your bags, like all of you. Get lost, okay? Cut the crap. Sorry,
that was good. That was good. I needed that today, and I want to thank all you guys. Really, thank you for being with us today. Lily Merchant, Patty from Napa, 49er Red Zone. What's up, man? Robot Centaur, of course. Pine Needle, Dami Peralta, the Hum Daddies, Aaron Cass, Noemi, Matt Stenson, on and on. HVAC. We love you guys. Thanks for supporting the show. We'll be back again. We'll do it again tomorrow, high noon. We got the music assignment is in the books. If you missed it, one more time. Songs for the Olympic women's hockey team winning the gold medal today over Canada in overtime. I'm literally going to go watch the third period in overtime right now. But we're doing songs about silver, songs about gold for the medals, or songs connected to winter somehow. So anything like that, dazzle us. Send in your contributions to pauliespod@gmail.com. And if you want to be a guest sponsor of the music assignment going forward, maybe pick a day in April, pick a day in anytime you want, just email us, make a contribution to the show, and then we'll put you on the air with us and we'll have a good time. So we gave you an extra long show today, Tony. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And give me the outro package if you could.
A couple of hints, Paulie, also. Hazy Shade of Winter, Edgar Winters. I don't know. I'm just saying. Just
nice, dude. I wasn't even thinking like that. Oh, very good, T. Very good.
A couple of hints out there. I'm just throwing that out there for people. Thank all of you for your patience with us last night. And thank you for sticking around for a couple hours with us today. We love all y'all. And feel so fortunate to just be a part of this whole PMP experience. Tomorrow's going to be a lot of fun. High noon. Go USA versus Slovakia. And I got to say, go Canada versus Finland. I want another USA Canada.
Hell yeah.
Final.
Me too. Let's do it again. Round 2 with the boys. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Dude, smoking in the boys' room, Paulie. That's right. Smoking in the boys' room. Stand by, Paulie.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's not it. Sorry, that's the wrong one. Sorry. I'm a little rusty today.
Business hours are over, baby. It's business. It's business time.
All right, Creative Tony, outstanding job today. Had a lot of fun. Enjoyed hanging out with all of you guys. And again, take a deep breath. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. We will convene and we'll reconvene, and we'll do it again tomorrow at high noon. Cheers, y'all. Go USA. Tony, you got something else? Go.
Springsteen tickets go on sale tomorrow at noon. Everybody, try to get tickets. Springsteen tickets, because you can sell them to Paulie and I if we don't get them, right? Okay, so Springsteen tickets tomorrow. Everybody, try to get tickets. Ticketmaster.com, or is it? It's Ticketmaster. I'm pretty sure. Is it Live Nation? Ticketmaster, whatever it is. Springsteen tickets at noon tomorrow. Sorry, Paulie. Go.
You're all good. Yeah, please do keep us in mind if you score, because Tony and I are going to be doing the show. It's going to be difficult, but we'll find our way in. Good luck to all of y'all, and we'll see you tomorrow at high noon. Cheers, y'all.
Peace, y'all.